From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz
Yes.
and Mocha.
it's Roz Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
Amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, I have to ask. I need everybody to just be prepared to be honest right now. And yeah, exactly, Maury. But I really need you to be honest here, Maury. Deep, I need you to be honest. Mocha, I need you to be honest. Shem, you as well.
Always.
But more importantly, anybody listening, because I don't think that, I hope that everybody's honest, but I think that if you're listening right now, you have the ability to be honest and anonymous, which always works well in these situations where you don't have to give your name, you don't have to give your situation. We just need the story. Okay, so I'm going through this poll that they did between married couples. They asked them a whole whack of questions, right? A lot of them are nonsense. 45% of married couples usually celebrate Valentine's Day. 80% say that it was bigger before they got married. Yeah, of course, we all know that. 16% say that they argue with their spouse on a regular basis because one is a slob. Yeah, sure, that's normal couple stuff. But then you get to this question, which was 10% of married people said they love their spouse, but sometimes wish they were single so they could experience dating again.
I've said this.
What?
Oh my God! Wow, Maury, right out of the gate.
No, I've said this.
Right out of the gate, Maury. Right out of the gate.
No, I miss things like the first kiss and the weirdness and the awkwardness of that. And
So,
You still haven't had your first kiss of marriage.
yeah, it's still awkward. Okay, so the question was again that they asked people: do you sometimes wish you were single so you could experience dating again? Damn it, Maury.
yes, absolutely.
Wow. Deepa.
Not at all, no.
Okay. Mocha.
No way.
Yeah.
Now, Roz said to be honest.
I'm a hell no as well.
Yeah.
Right? Shem, when you were married, I
okay.
mean, I know she felt like this, but did you feel like this?
Oh my God. How do you know she felt like that?
No! Hold on. Was this whole thing just a setup?
It was not.
No, it feels like that.
Okay.
This you could have kept my mic off. Okay. I didn't have to take part.
Okay, but no, I'll tell you.
I've been fine not to be
Sometimes
here.
when we do this coupley stuff, I feel bad because I don't want to exclude Shem. Okay.
So the only other option is shots fired.
Okay, so okay. So Shem, did you feel like that while you were married or no?
Oh, jeez, I feel like breaking up with you guys now.
Oh my God.
And Shem's ready to cheat on all of us. So we want to know the reasons too. So don't just say yes or no, but if you have a very specific reason, like Maury does, Maury's a long list of reasons. But if you have a very specific reason to answer yes to the question of, do you sometimes wish you were single so you could experience dating again? That's what we want to hear because that's what I'm fascinated with.
And now you know why I lie.
Well, you didn't give a reason. Give your reason. What's your reason,
No,
Mark?
I said this is why I lie, so that I could be like, no, absolutely, I've never thought of that.
But even just for the sake of life, Maury, out of all the times you have lied and shouldn't have, this maybe have been the one time you should have.
Yeah.
You said to be honest.
Yeah, I know, but there's honest and then there's,
Maury honest.
Yeah, Maury. Anyway, it's 925-555. So again, the question is, and we don't want just a yes or a no. We need to know why. And the question is, do you sometimes wish you were single so you could experience dating again?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Like when you go out or something with friends and you see they're all talking about the hot guy at the bar and you can't do that.
When is the last time you went out with friends and had that conversation, Maury?
Never.
Okay.
Thank you. A couple of texts that we're getting.
Never.
Absolutely not. I'm in the single dating pool right now, and it's seriously terrible.
Yeah.
Another person said, I'm single and wish I was taken because the dating scene is a train wreck.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of these.
Everybody that we've talked to on this show has just, nobody has anything good to say about what it's like to be dating right now.
As someone
Nobody.
single,
Maybe we just need more people out there.
Some people like you, Maury, who know what they're doing.
I'll take one for the team.
Yeah.
as someone single throughout most of the pandemic, I'm gonna tell you now, you are not missing out on the dating scene. It sucks.
Maury, so are you saying that the problem with dating right now is that there's too many single people and you need to sort of interject some married people into the dating pool?
Yeah, we have to sort of
Yeah,
like,
okay.
you've run your course, back you go.
Like come together.
Yeah.
You should start a Facebook group. 416-870-8888. Lindsay, go ahead.
I've been with my boyfriend since I was like 13, and I'm like 24 now. We're living together. And I would definitely want to try and go back to like, not try, but like, I would wish to go back to like dating. Just to try it out. Like, I've never really dated anyone. We're just our first everything. Like, we've never dated anybody else.
Okay, so just for the experience now of dating in like today's kind of day and age.
Is it about the dating experience or is it about new people?
I would say, like, just, going on a first date with somebody, not knowing them. Like, I always see a lot of my friends are on, like, Hinge and Tinder and stuff. And, like, obviously I don't want, like, the hookup stuff. Like, I'm so happy that, like, I'm in a committed relationship.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are looking for that now. But, like, I wish I could just try to, like, go on a date with somebody for the first time and, like, talk about, like, just talk to each other, like, getting to know each other.
Do you think you'd be good at it? Is that why?
Yeah, I think I'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah, there we go. That's the reason.
Wow.
Yeah. Get out there and slay. What I mean?
But damn, that committed relationship, huh? Holding you back.
Yeah, I know, right? I hope he's not listening.
I hope he is.
Bye, love.
Bye, thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Deepa's brand new married, so you're not in this category at all, Deepa.
No, not at all. And my husband and I, we started dating when we were 18. So he's one of the only people that I've been with. So, and I wouldn't go back. I'm very happy where I am.
And you guys have known each other since you were 12, right?
Yeah, since we were 12 years old.
Yeah. So wow. So but you have no urges at all to know what dating would be like or flirting with somebody else.
No, because I have a lot of friends that are single right now, and they hate the dating
There you
scene.
go.
They've told me their worst Tinder stories. So.
We know how Maury feels about it. Maury is all for this 100%.
Yeah, Deepa, you're missing out.
Okay. You're missing out on what?
No.
You need to experience that. You need to have the butterflies to go up to somebody.
Okay, stop with the flirting.
We
Maury.
get to the next phone call. Let me go through some texts here.
Yeah.
I can't believe people are writing this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be single, but maybe a hall pass to have sex whenever you want.
Oh, jeez.
Somebody else said, I would love to go back to those first dating days when I met my husband because it was so fun and exciting.
Oh, and now? No.
Yeah, sorry, that was so boring.
Sorry.
Somebody wrote, I love my wife. Hi, honey. 416-870-8888, line 5. Go ahead.
Hey, so I can't believe I'm saying this, but I slightly agree with Maury. Definitely the part that I miss about the dating life or being single life is that freedom you have with your friends when you go out. And you can guilt-free have fun when you're checking out someone, if you're talking about someone. If someone comes up to you, you can have a little fun. But now that I'm in a committed relationship, it's more of a, so-and-so is not going to like this, or I shouldn't be doing this. Let me just huddle in a corner and you guys go do that.
So do you not find your relationship fun?
No, I do. It's just like, it's the one phase over and over again, and there's like this excitement.
Wow.
When it comes to like that stranger and the compliments, and everyone comes with their own style. So it's just fun to have fun.
Do you want to make out with somebody new? Is that the deal?
I wouldn't say I would go that far. I'm one of those, I've been in sales for too long of my life, so naturally flirting is a thing. So it happens unwillingly and unconsciously a lot, but you stop the conversation there.
Okay, you're just looking for that excitement of the flirtiness, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
But without the guilt.
Right.
So are you married or are you dating?
Engaged.
Engaged. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Great start.
Yeah, I was going to say. Should have said no. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, love.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A couple of texts we're getting. I think dating in your 20s is fun, but I'm 40 and seeing what's out there gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Right.
How people portray themselves on a dating app is nothing like what they are in person, and I regret even getting a babysitter and leaving my house. I tell my friends, stay married.
Wow.
That comes to us from Ria.
Wow, that person's got a lot of friends who are contemplating not being married? Jeez. That's a hell of a
There's
friend
a
group.
place in this world where both lifestyles can coexist. It's called swingers clubs.
Okay.
Duncan said here, I'd love to date my wife again, as if we are without kids, because I felt we moved so quick, so we never really got to enjoy our, quote, single time together.
Oh, that's another angle to this. Like, do you want to go back before your sort of life got complicated with the person you're currently with and go back and start dating them again? That's interesting.
Another person wrote, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to have a hall pass every weekend. I've been with my husband for 11 years. I mean, like once a decade.
Okay, so not like long weekends, right?
Line 2, go ahead.
I have lots to say.
Okay, so
girl, let's dish. We got lots of time.
So it was, according to a new poll, they said that 10% of married people, although they love their spouse, they secretly wish that they could be single again so they could experience dating.
Absolutely.
Really, huh? Why's that?
Okay, so I've been married a long time. I got married really young. Right now, my girls are doing the Tinder thing. They're in their late 20s and early 30s. And I see their struggles. I feel for them. But when you have been married for a long time, and Deepa, this is for you, right now you're fresh. You're still in that honeymoon stage. And then that 7-year itch comes and you make it over that. Flash forward 25, 30 years, Deepa, you're going to change your mind.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
It's just life gets so comfortable, and for women especially. I mean, I'm a different generation, but the generation of men in my age group didn't do what I did. I worked, I took care of the kids, I took care of my aging parents, I did everything. So I never had time for myself. But now I have time for myself, and I find I'm thinking I was so young and I didn't know what I was doing, and now I know what I'm doing.
Right. And
so you would just take all this knowledge that you have now, go back and utilize it to your advantage.
Oh, absolutely, because I know what I'm looking for this time around.
I fully understand a lot of the people that are calling in. I fully understand that when life happens and you are with somebody for a long time and, you know, you have all the sort of wonderful things that come with having a partner, but you also have the sort of things that you got to deal with on a regular basis. And a lot of those things aren't sexy, right?
No, they're not.
And nobody can deny the incredible feeling of having somebody look at you with no other intention of just ripping off every single piece of clothing you're wearing.
I'm getting warm.
Okay, and that is the only intention. So we don't get those looks that often in life after a certain point. And you know, I understand missing that. I fully do. And you sound like you need those eyes. You just miss those eyes.
Well, let me tell you something. I think I look really good now, better than I've ever looked in my life, because I'm actually taking care of myself now. Yeah. I get the looks a lot.
Oh, girl!
It feels great. It's amazing, because I didn't realize that I had this kind of power.
You do.
Damn, girl.
We got to stop this. I think we're putting you on a road to an affair. We gotta stop this conversation.
No comment.
Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you and we love you so much.
Bye, guys. Take care.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see? Actually, no, you didn't. I know for a fact that you didn't. There's this music video that dropped on Friday.
Okay.
By this dancehall singer named Shansia. And Meg Thee Stallion is in the video as well.
Oh, no.
It is probably the filthiest music video.
Oh, no.
And one of the filthiest songs I've ever heard in my entire life. I didn't even get through watching the full video.
Okay. So there's no chance of there's no sort of version of this song that is ever going to be acceptable for us to even attempt to play.
No.
Oh,
I can't.
No.
Not even the
Okay.
edited version is clean enough for us to play.
What is the name of the song?
The song is simply titled Lick.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay? Yeah. So it is up there as one of the filthiest songs I've ever heard.
Oh, man.
And the video is just so wild.
Okay.
And so filthy.
Oh, wow.
I can't even put it into words.
Is this the kind of video that people are going to send around to each other and be like, just drop what you're doing right now and watch this video?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So if you can't put it into words, Deepa's going to have to then.
Deepa?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have your
What?
email open?
Yeah, I have it open.
Okay, open your email. I just emailed you a link. I need you to click on the link, and when the video starts playing, I need you to start describing what you were seeing on your screen.
We can't play the song or the video, Deepa. And so because we sort of want to do the story, we need you to sort of narrate what's happening in the video.
And it's loading. Oh, no, guys. I knew the song was coming out. Oh, this is going to be dirty. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion licking her lips. Shensia walking in some really high heel. Oh, tongues everywhere. Oh my God, butts! really big, jiggly butts. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys, there's way too many butts. I need Thalal here so he can look at this and tell me.
Oh my God.
I have never seen butts jiggle so much in my life. Shensia does have a really big butt. Now she's on the floor gyrating. There's a lollipop where her...
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And there's a tongue... They're twerking on each other. Oh, okay. I think I get the point of this music video. There's a lot of jiggly butts and lots of nudity.
I don't know who that person is. I don't know that track. And Mocha was just sort of saying that it's impossible to even describe what was going on, right? Because there's no way we can play that song on the radio. So thank you.
Yeah, it was hard. They were on ice cream cones. There was licking. There was butts jiggling and twerking and.
Well, how would you rate the video
lollipop
though? Give us your final rating of that video.
Out of what? Out of 10?
Out of going to hell, not going to
hell. Going to hell for eternity.
Thank you, Deepa.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was looking into this Wordle thing because I don't know what the hell it is. Deepa, can you explain Wordle to me real quick?
Yeah, I can't believe that you haven't played this yet. So
No,
basically,
'cause I'll tell you, but before you explain to me what it is, because I actually don't know. I just did 2 seconds of research because I always assume that whenever something like this comes out, whenever there's a new Wordle, that it's simply designed to backdoor your info, right? That there's some nefarious reason, what country owns Wordle, who put it together, and, tracking your location and all, just like Pokemon Go and just like TikTok and all these other things that make me nervous, right? Okay. Who's actually behind it? But it turns out it was just a guy who made it for his wife. And then, seriously, and then his name is Wordle, Wardle, but
clever.
he made the game called Wordle.
Oh,
but
smart.
I just see it posted everywhere. And to me, it's a square with black, green, and yellow squares. I don't know what the game is. What is this game, Deepa?
Okay, it's really easy. So every day you have 6 tries to guess a 5-letter word. So the puzzle is released at midnight every day, and everybody gets the same word in the entire world, right?
Okay.
So every time you guess a word, the blocks change color. So if your letters turn green, that means that your letters are in the correct spot. If your letters turn yellow, that means the word has those letters, but you've put them in the wrong place. If they're gray, the word doesn't have those letters at all. So you have 6 tries to guess the word, and then you can share your results to see, like, who in your family gets it in the shortest amount of tries and that sort of thing. It's a really intense game. It causes
do you and your husband
fights.
do this?
Yes, all the time. It causes fights in our house every single day because we are super competitive. And now we've gotten to the point where we barter services to try to, like, get letters from each other.
Excuse me?
Yeah, like, so for example, if for some reason I know, like, the law has 3 green letters, I'm like, okay, dude, here's the thing. I will do the dishes for an entire week if you tell me what those 3 letters are. And then we'll sit and argue for about an hour to an hour.
So
and
you
a half.
guys play it like against each other. You're not sitting like, on the same computer trying to figure it out together.
No, we played against each other every single day. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
And Maury, you post this every day, Maury, right? I don't understand, but I don't like. I try
only when I get it right.
Only. Oh, okay.
So many times you post. Once?
I posted once.
Yeah. But everybody who plays Wordle gets the same word, right?
Yeah. It's on when you go to the website. It's not like everybody plays the same round.
Bro, this to me sounds like a spoiler's paradise.
No, don't please, Roz.
No,
don't
Roz,
do that.
don't. No.
You know what I mean?
Roz, the
like
world would hate you.
if somebody who like some early risers solved it first thing, just text it to me. And if I'm having a bad mood that day, I may spoil Wordle.
No,
for people.
so many people that would.
No.
I'm trying to protect you, Roz.
I'm not
telling
going
every
to
day.
spoil Wordle.
You're
Okay?
gonna get canceled
I got
if you try.
Totally spoil word. Don't even say I'm not going
You
to.
would.
The
I'm
look
not.
in your eye. You're gonna
Yeah.
spoil every single day.
But it's tempting, though, right? Like, I can't be the only. Do people spoil it on social media? Like, do people just go out of their way to say what the word
I haven't
is?
seen that yet.
People
No.
are-
They
No.
don't?
He's gonna be.
No.
They're not.
Roz,
they all
don't.
think like you, man. They're not savage like
No,
you.
but I'm not savage enough to actually do that.
Yeah, you're spoiler alert king.
No, not first thing in the morning. I would never spoil it first thing in the morning. But I can't.
Shem got today's. Shem, what was the word?
Yeah, right.
Oh, wow. Do you play Wordle, Mocha? You know what this thing? No,
I do know
Yeah.
of it. It's
Yeah.
just it's gonna. I don't have that kind of time.
Right. And from
no
what-
offense to anybody that spends time on it.
But anyway, what I wanted to say about Wordle was, from all of my research, it's not Russian.
No, it's a cute story. It's actually a cute story.
It's a cute story. But I always assume the worst when there's something new and popular, right? I always do.
Like Vladimir Putin's behind it.
Exactly.
And he's got all your info.
100%.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you do your Wordle today?
No, did you?
No, not yet.
Oh, you going to?
I did it yesterday. Yeah, I haven't decided yet because here's when you out of the gate you do something, and then you're really good at it. Okay, so I only saw yesterday people complaining of how terrible yesterday's Wordle was, and
What was the word?
What's that? Can I say the word?
Yeah,
Now you
because
can.
Yeah,
Now
now
you
I
can.
can. Right?
Because it expired.
Knoll.
No.
Yeah, Knoll.
Who would ever get
okay.
that? And that's not a word. Use it in a sentence.
Obviously, you don't know a lot of things.
JFK was said to have been assassinated by a gunman in the grassy knoll.
Is that what Knoll is?
Okay, you just said
And
use it in sentence.
you got it in three tries, right?
Three, yeah.
And you get a total of what? 5 attempts.
Six
attempts.
6 attempts.
Okay. Did either of you guys get it? So Maury, you used up
No.
all 6 and you didn't
Yeah.
get it, Shem?
Yeah, I got it in 4.
4. Oh, okay.
I'm doing today's as we speak.
Roxy got it in 5. Catherine got it in 6. So here's how I got it, because people were looking at my thing being like, I don't understand how you got it. So my first word yesterday was brick. Okay. So I got the K. The K was in the wrong spot. Here's where it all came together for me. My second word was skull. Okay. And then, so what I knew was it told me that the last 2 letters of the Wordle word were LL. Okay. And I already had a K.
And you just have to figure out
And
where
I
to
knew
put that K.
there wasn't going to be a word that ended in KLL. And most likely it wasn't going to go vowel K, vowel LL, because what the hell word is that? So I knew it had to start with a K. And then at that point, I only needed to figure out what the 2 letters were, and I took a shot at null. Right? It's that easy, Maury.
Okay, well, I'm having a hard time. I was not listening to you. I'm doing today's.
Do it when we're not talking on the radio,
You
man.
said, have you done today's Wordle?
Yeah.
Which reminded me to do today's Wordle.
Now we are working.
Yeah.
So you can Wordle.
Yeah.
When the show is done, you could work.
Workle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get back to work.
I thought this was very important.
Okay, yeah. Well, this is Workle time. Okay,
can I tell you where I'm at?
No,
absolutely not.
No, we don't want. How many lines are you at right now?
I'm on his third attempt.
I'm on my third attempt.
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean?
You're asking to get back to work.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Half of my letters are orange, so I have 3 of the right letters in the wrong places.
So half of your letter. Do you know how this even works, Mocha?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Oh, okay, cool. So half of your letters are what?
In the wrong place.
Oh, so that's not bad though.
Right. So I'll tell you.
You should be able to figure that out.
No,
Don't say anything. It's way too early to start spoiling people.
I wasn't spoiling. I was trying to get your help.
No, I don't. You're not going to get my. Listen, man. It's a 5-letter word. You get 6 tries. It's supposed to be fun. You don't start trolling coworkers for help. You know
it's a team effort.
Is it though?
Anyway,
is it really?
Get back to Workle, please. And thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Maurie out here cheating at Wordle.
What?
Maurie out here cheating at Wordle. You're not doing the Wordle thing. I think Mocha's doing it in secret and just doesn't send it to the group chat.
I don't play Wordle.
I know you don't.
I did not cheat, by the way.
Yeah.
I was standing in front of the mirror.
Mm-hmm. So,
from the mirror.
That's
so weird.
We're going to get to some detail about this more. I don't know when that detail is going to be needed.
I just like to sort of paint the picture.
Okay. So, Shem, you were the first on Wordle this morning, right?
I was.
You were, and you got it
in
3. Congratulations for you.
Thank you very much.
What's it out of again?
6.
6. It's not bad. 3 out of 6, right? And so, Shem, you got 1 green, 1 yellow in line 1. You got 1 yellow and 2 green in line 2, and then you nailed it in line 3. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What's green and yellow?
Okay, so there's 5 letters in the word. Okay,
Yes.
so you start off by typing any word you want that's 5 letters, right?
Okay.
And then if one of the letters in the word that you typed is in the final answer in the same spot, you get a green box. If one of the letters in that word is in the final word but not in that same spot, it becomes yellow, right? So you sort of just
so you know that
you
it's
know
somewhere
them.
there. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So Shem, you did very well. And then so Maurie, first of all, Maurie didn't show his work because Maurie didn't post it the proper
Shem
way.
didn't share his work.
No, but you didn't post it the proper way, Maurie. You took a screen grab of your phone and then took a picture of it and then wrote your own caption above it. You didn't actually send through.
Then I'll send you right now my work.
So what I want to see, Maurie, is I want to see your work. Like I want to see the words that
There you go.
wrote.
Sent to you right now.
So Maurie got none on his first line. He got 1 green on his second line, and then he got a green and a yellow, and then on his 5th line, he got all 5. Let me just see your work here,
There you
Maurie.
go.
Okay. Maurie cheats at everything.
Yeah, but I didn't cheat at this.
This looks like you cheated.
Yeah.
How do you go? Okay, without, because I'm not going to spoil it, right?
Yeah,
Obviously.
Yeah.
But how do you go from that second word to that third word and get it correct?
Can I
instantly?
Exactly. And can I just tell you, because I know the way I know the way Maurie's brain works, right?
It's true you do.
Okay. Look at the first. Look at the actual the clue, right? Like what the word of the day is, right, Mocha? Okay.
Where do I see that?
So you see it in the group chat. It's the one where all the letters are in green. This is so boring for people, but we have to have this out about Wordle because Maurie's cheating and soiling the group
just
chat.
For everybody listening, I'm not cheating.
Okay.
Okay. So you see the word, right?
Yeah.
You see it.
Okay.
Okay. The way Maurie's brain works, okay, is the first 2 letters of that word, right? Maurie would spend a weekend realizing that those first 2 letters go together in a word like that. Your brain does not put those first 2 letters together on the 3rd line.
Okay, so to go through my work.
Yeah, I'm going through your work.
Once I got a green.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, what else? And then I got an orange, and then I figured, where could it go? Then I just started putting things in and then deleting them, putting them things in and then deleting them until I saw what could be a word.
Mm-hmm.
I was prepared to not do well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you are allowed to spell out a word and not submit it? I thought when you fill all 5, it just automatically.
No, you have to hit enter. You have to hit enter.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This looks to me, right, like somebody who Googled the answer and then filled out the first 2 lines of what they
I just don't know why you can't be proud of me.
Look, Shem sent through his work, and I can see how he was able to figure out figure out the
Yes.
like Maurie,
Yes.
I swear, man,
Yes.
you looking at by
Just
comparison,
knowing,
dude.
just knowing me for the
you
amount of years that you
cheated
have.
so hard.
But,
Here, I'm
but put aside how you know I cheat on everything else and just be proud of this.
Okay, well, first of all, it's Wordle. I'm not going to be proud of you. Okay, here now I'm going to send through my work, Mocha. Okay, you take a look at my work, and you can clearly
I
see
can
how I
see,
got there.
Obviously, yes,
for sure.
Right? Are we wrong, Chum?
Oh,
Like,
my
Maurie, oh
goodness.
my God,
Right?
dude.
So out of all three of us, knowing to myself that I didn't cheat, I'm the most proud of me because I did I got it in the least amount of tries.
No, but you,
Yo, you
it
cheated,
doesn't make
bro.
sense though to me.
Like
That's why it's
Roz's,
shocking. It's award winning.
Roz's attempts and figuring it out makes sense. Shem's
Like they would
makes
print
sense.
mine
Does
at home. They would print mine and put mine on the fridge.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody out there? Is like anybody else having this in their group chat with Wordle, where you have a cheater amongst you? Because I can't imagine we're the only group chat who share Wordle where there's a cheater among us.
How would I have cheated at that hour?
At that hour?
When no one else is awake in the house.
Maurie, believe me. You're a 24/7 cheater, bro.
But not on
Like
this.
you are-
No, I take Wordle very seriously.
No, you take cheating very seriously.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, I feel real bad for all these Adele fans who flew out to Vegas this past weekend for her opening weekend Vegas residency. And then it gets canceled like last minute.
Yeah, and some people knew, and then they still just went on the Vegas trip anyway. But there's one guy who started exploding on TikTok over the weekend because he was actually on the plane heading to Vegas, still thinking that he was going to see Adele, and only found out on the plane that the show was canceled. And then he went on TikTok, and then Adele saw the video, and then Adele reached out to him, and then he and fans wound up FaceTiming with Adele. Like, it's a crazy story.
James Mason Fox, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hi. How are you?
Good, man. So what? Are, like you and Adele best friends now?
We're best friends. We're hanging out right now. Yeah, I had the craziest weekend ever. Like one for the books for sure.
Is this not in some way better than going to the actual show?
Oh, 100%. Like
Okay.
I spent so much money on this trip, and I would do it 1,000 times over. I mean, I guess, like, for me, what happens in Vegas, I'll tell everyone for the rest of my life. Like, I have no idea what happens.
So you were what? How early on did you manage to get tickets to this Adele show, and how much did you pay for them?
Oh, I'm a super fan, so I didn't pay, like, scalper prices. I had that pre-sale code. I still paid $700, but it was a great seat. Oof. And it hit me so hard when I found out because I was on the plane, the door shut. I was, like, stuck going to Vegas. So it's just been the craziest. I have no words. Like, it's the craziest experience of my life.
So you're on the plane. You find out Adele cancels the concert. There's no way to get off the plane. You're heading to Vegas. In your mind, in that moment, what's your plan? You're going to get off the plane and try to book a flight home, or are you still going to check into your hotel and hang out in Vegas for the weekend?
So it's my first time in Vegas, so I'm like, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to get very drunk. and for the night, Thursday night, I'm just going to mourn the Adele concert. And then Friday, all this happened, and she messaged me, and it was just the craziest thing ever. I'm going to hold it above, like, all of my friends forever. They'll be like, I got married, and I'm going to be like, I don't care. I talked to Adele.
So which message did she respond to, or did she just DM you?
I have no idea, to be honest, but the only one that makes sense to me is a TikTok that I made kind of complaining about it. I was like, I just want more information, and then I wake up from a nap, and it's like, Adele wants to send you a message. And I was like, okay, this is spam. And I, like, set my phone down, and I keep getting ready. and like, I check it after I get ready, and I was like, hold up, there's a blue check mark.
Okay, so, and you were in Vegas alone, right? Like, you didn't bring anybody with you?
No, yeah, I'm a super fan, and for me, it was just a little self trip. This is going to be, like, the best thing ever. And it's just, I have no words.
So Adele wrote you, James, it's Adele. I am so sorry. If you're still here at 6 p.m., my store in the middle of Caesars Palace Casino, just outside the entrance to the Coliseum, is opening up still. It's not just a shop. There are fun, nostalgic things in there. My career, nods to the moments, da-da-da-da-da. There will be people I work with in there to chat about what everything is and give you a gift from me. Also, I hope you can make it. Again, I am so sorry. sorry. And then you wrote her back being like, oh, my queen. And then did you want proof, though? Like, even though there's a blue check mark and everything else, you still sort of need verification that it's not somebody in Team Adele, that it actually is Adele, right?
Exactly. Like any Adele superfan knows that she always talks about how she's locked out of her socials and her team runs it. So I was like, this is still cool, but I know it's not Adele. And then she responds with a voice message to clarify it is her. And I just lose it.
Yeah, and here's what that message sounded like.
Yes, it is. It's me.
So then you're in Vegas. The Adele concert's canceled. You still decide to go to Caesars to the Adele shop. You get there. It's you and 10 other people inside the store, and you're shopping around. What happens next?
So I'm just chatting with the cashier, having fun, just shaking. I'm so excited. And I just turn, and she's in my face, on FaceTime. Someone's holding her up. And then immediately, out of the 10 or 15 of us that were in there, it's just mass hysteria. And we just start all crying. We're like, this is Adele, and she's crying. And we're saying it's okay. It's okay. We forgive you. It's all good.
What happens now?
I don't know. I'm trying to take this promo, promote my single coming out. No,
oh, damn. Might as well, bro.
Did you send your...
I'm just messing.
Do you have a single or no?
I do. It's coming out February 11th.
So did you send it to Adele already?
I did, and she heart reacted it.
Oh, damn! Look at you, bro.
All right.
Yeah. So I don't know if she clicked it or what, but...
Oh, maybe it's just heart, confirmation that I received the song.
Right. So yeah, I can die happy. This will the voice memo is going to play at my funeral. It's going to be fun.
Have you have you tried to keep the chat going on Instagram, on DMs?
The only thing I've sent was that she hasn't seen yet. I sent a little video of me showing her all the merch I got. Because I still, even though obviously I spent a lot of money on the trip, I still, of course, bought a lot of stuff in the pop-up shop.
Of course.
And so I wanted to show her everything and just tell her thank you one more time.
Wow, man. So you are one of the super fans that you went solo to Vegas, found out Adele's show was canceled while you were on the plane to Vegas. You started sort of chronicling your night on TikTok. Adele saw it. She messaged you, and then you wound up FaceTiming with Adele and sending Adele via DM your new single. So again, I don't know what you spent in total on this trip, but... You got a deal.
I did, and I would do it all over again. It was just the coolest experience of my life. It's crazy.
Damn. James Mason Fox, we appreciate your time, brother. Thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one, okay?
You too, man. Hey, real quick. If anyone wants to check out your single, Adele may not put it out there on her own Instagram, but we'll shout it out. What's the name of your single? When's it come out again?
Hey, it's called Whatever You Want, and it comes out February 11th. It's very Adele-esque. You can check it out on TikTok. Announcement soon on James Mason Fox at TikTok.
There you go.
Thank you, brother. You take care, man.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Sierra. What's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How are you today?
Oh, I've been better.
Yeah? What's going on?
Why won't he put a ring on it?
Oh. Why won't he put a ring on it?
Sierra's big mad right now.
Hey, it's...
you wrote us, no idea.
Sierra, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I've been with my boyfriend for 4 years. I'm waiting for a ring, and he claims it's not a priority right now. We have 2 kids together. We own a home. We're quite young, and I just simply don't understand why the person I want to spend the rest of my life with doesn't feel I am a, quote, priority.
Hey, Sierra, have you said those exact words to your boyfriend?
Yes, I have, and I have gotten those exact words right back to me.
Okay, so explain this to me. So is it a reluctance to get married, or are you not a priority? Because I think that those two things are two different things, but you may be conflating them.
No, so the words I got specifically were, it's just not a priority to me right now.
Okay, it's just not a priority. It's not you're not a priority.
Right.
Now, I wonder, is he looking at it from a financial standpoint? Is he under the assumption that marriage or getting married means ceremony, big party, money being spent.
You know, I honestly do believe that because we have had that talk several times. However, I have made the point explicitly clear that I don't want nor need that right now. I just want the gesture. I just want the knowledge to know that that is the plan for our future, or that is what you want, or we see the same things for ourselves.
What when you do talk about marriage, specifically, what is his reluctance based around?
That's a very good question. I don't really know. It seems like, so we talk in the kind of broader sense of like a general wedding type thing, like what we would want for decorations or who would want there and things like that. But when it comes to the actual proposal, like the actual question, it just kind of goes off topic. He goes quiet. He kind of laughs it off.
Have you ever thought about proposing to him?
Oh, yes, several times. But here's the thing. That's what I do for work. I set up proposals for other people. I own a business, so I don't want to have to do that for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I do that for everybody else. And I feel like I've given so many, like hints and clues and little ideas that it shouldn't really be a problem or an issue, like, oh, she did it for this person. I could do it for her. She likes that.
You've been together how long?
4 years. It'll be 4 years in May.
And you have 2 kids together?
Yes, a 2.5-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter.
You own a house. So you're a family, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay. So why are you so reluctant to just sit down and have a straight up conversation with your partner?
We have. So the thing is, you hit it right on the nose with the financial thing. Obviously being young, owning a house and having 2 kids, finances grow and grow and grow. And that I completely understand. We're in this together. However, I don't need a big fancy ring. I don't need, like I said, a wedding right now or even within the next 2 to 3 years. I just want to know that person that I love, that I created this family with, created this life with, wants to continue. And when I try to sit him down, I think it just kind of gets him a little nervous, thinking that I'm trying to pressure him. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to pressure him because I know men. They're just kind of going to push it off.
Yeah, I will say this. The question that you need answered, right, is you need to sit down and you need to figure out if his reluctance is to have a wedding or if his reluctance is to be married, because those are 2 different things.
That's a very good point. I didn't even think about that.
Because I think you're talking in terms of a wedding, which you can then understand, hey, we don't have the money for it. It's going to put us in the hole. Is it really the smart thing to do? People have gone broke over this stuff. It can easily get out of hand. So if his reluctance is towards a wedding, you guys can deal with that. But you need to know if his reluctance is towards being married.
Well, are you guys really out here fixing people's lives, eh?
Right?
The one thing that you said in your note to us, right, is I don't understand why the person I want to spend the rest of my life with doesn't feel like I'm a priority. Has he ever said to you in your conversations, Sierra, you are the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with?
No.
That's why you need to ask that question. Because if his reluctance, if he's reluctant with you, but he's framing it as financials around a wedding, that's something that you need to discover.
Is the relationship good? You guys good? Everything's amazing?
Yeah, we're good. We're great. We're very good partners. We talk a lot. We're very dependent on each other, but not like in that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like in a relationship, like he's my best friend. And when I have an issue, I go to him and vice versa. We argue a little bit over stupid things, but I mean, who doesn't? It never gets out of hand or anything like that. We are great parents to our kids. Our kids love being all of us. So yeah, we have a great relationship and a great friendship. That's why I'm very confused.
So you need to figure that out. You need to ask that question, because if his reluctance is towards a wedding and not necessarily being married, you guys could be married in a week.
True. Yeah, very true. I've brought up the topic of honestly just going to the courthouse and, just getting a marriage license and just doing that. But number one, I don't want that. Number two, I know he doesn't want that. And number three, he just lost it off. So I, again, just kind of dropped the topic.
So ask that question then. Find out what this actually is. If he's not interested in being married, or if he's not interested in having a wedding. Find out where the hesitancy is, and then you can move forward from there.
That sounds so great. Thank you so much, guys.
You got it, Sierra. Sending you so much love. You sound like a great person. You're out here doing good things.
Like great person, little pushy, but like a great person.
Well, come on, man. 4 years, 2 kids, a house, a mortgage.
No, you got to sit down with your person and have an adult conversation. And if you guys have the relationship that you say you do, which sounds awesome, by the way, it should be a piece of cake.
All right.
Piece of wedding cake. Love you, Sierra.
You guys are great. Thank you so much, guys.
Love you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Hey, Damnit, Maurie. I'm just going through the weather here.
I know, my God.
Oh, my God, because people were, I can't check my messages when it's cold out now.
I've gotten more DMs than I ever have in life.
So, you know the deal with Maurie and the lasagna, right? So the deal was if you're new to this, a few years ago, I made Maurie lasagna, and he kept begging me for another one. And he would always hit me up in August, hey, can you make me a lasagna? And it was just so inappropriate. Nobody wants to cook or eat a big giant lasagna in August, right?
Too hot.
I certainly didn't. It was too hot, right? Yeah. And I had said that if we get to next time we hit 5 days in a row where the temperature is consistently below zero, you'll get your lasagna. And it turns out we've gone years now where we've not had 5 consistent days in a row where the temperature stays below zero. We've had 3, we've had 2 a whole bunch of times, but 5 was very rare in the last couple of years, which just hasn't happened. And Maurie thought he had it down on lock last week, and then we checked the actual sort of government-mandated official weather, and we didn't hit 5 days in a row last week. And it was very disappointing for Maurie, right?
Devastating.
Devastating.
First of all, Maurie, what is it about the lasagna? Do you just want this now out of spite, or do you actually like the lasagna?
No, honestly, if it was okay, I would just move on. But your lasagna, there's something about your buttery meat that I just love.
I don't think he puts butter in it.
Yeah, I do. I put a lot of butter in it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm telling you, there's something about it.
Actually, it doesn't surprise me that Maurie would be able to pick up butter in a meal.
Okay. Yeah, so the buttery, meaty lasagna.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so what we have was last Thursday, there was a high in Toronto of the high was minus 7.3. And then on the 21st, which was Friday, the high was minus 8.9.
Yeah.
Then the 22nd on Saturday, minus 3.8.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, minus 4.1. So if
today,
if we stay below zero all day today, then Maurie finally gets his bloody lasagna. But stop DMing me, people.
At
okay,
Roz Weston, by
I
the way,
get
if
it.
you wanna, ROZWESTON.
Now, what's the presentation going to be like?
What do you mean? What's the presentation going to be like?
Lasagna.
It's going to look like a lasagna, Maurie.
No, but is it in a nice Tupperware, in a gift bag?
In a Tupperware? It cooks in the oven.
A gift bag?
Yeah.
He's gonna scoop it out of a dish from the oven and just toss it in a gift bag.
Yeah.
Nice tissue paper.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring you the whole lasagna in on a tea towel and just put it down in front of you, Maurie. I'll just.
And now we feast.
Yeah. So
no
you
utensils.
okay?
Use your hands.
So you can stop
Savage.
you can stop DMing me, okay? And I'm not trying to fight this. I will legitimately make Maurie lasagna if we get 5 days in a row.
I love that your girlfriend actually also posted the weather on her. People sent me screen grabs of Catherine's Insta story.
I know. Okay,
Oh, wow.
so I will make it. I have no problem making it. I'm not trying to get out of making it, but a deal is a deal. And
Yo, how many are you gonna make though?
What's that?
How many are you gonna make?
Why? I'm not making you one too. Come on.
No.
Shem, you want one?
Yo, Shem, you want? Shem likes lasagna.
Okay. Suddenly I'm a store, right?
You already have the ingredients, right?
Man, I'm gonna need to get more gift bags.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you go to the grocery store yesterday, Roz?
I sure did.
Did you go the day before that?
I sure did.
Day before that?
Yes, sir.
In any of those visits, have you purchased the ingredients to make a tasty lasagna?
I know. No, I have not.
You have all this time, man.
Bro, I'm not making.
The lasagna saga continues on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Yes.
You
Okay.
have Maurie out here in these streets hungry.
So it's looking like, I've been inundated now with people sending me the weather forecasts for, the last 5-6 days, whatever it is, because we thought last week that I owed Maury lasagna, and then I went through the actual climate.weather.gc.ca. Like, it doesn't get more official than that, looking for 5 days in a row. And we didn't hit it because there was one day where the high was 0.3, plus 0.3.
Oh, man, you were really hanging on.
Right? I know. I'm a stickler, man. I have no problem making the bloody lasagna, okay? But...
Sounds like you do.
No, but I want it to be accurate.
Oh,
right?
I had a dream about your lasagna and that you hid money in it.
Like a child's birthday cake?
No, like jail.
Oh.
That's weird.
Okay. Yeah. So you had a dream where you were incarcerated. That's the story right there. Poor Matthew. R.I.P. So let me go through the weather here because everybody's been sending me the temperatures for the last little while. Okay, so on the 19th, it was the high was actually plus 4.6, and then the 20th, it was minus 7.3. On the 21st, it was minus 8.9. On the 22nd, it was minus 3.8. On the 23rd, it was minus 4.1. On the 24th, it was minus 3.8, and there we hit 5 days. And then on the 25th, it was minus 5.4. So we've actually been 6 days now.
And you've been to the grocery
city.
store so many times. You still haven't bought them.
No. But I said, listen,
my God,
I'm not
you have it with you now.
No, I said, I'm not going to make this during the week. Okay? I'm not going home.
No, but I'm not saying to make the lasagna during the week.
Right.
Right? But you're going to have to make it. Just buy the ingredients now.
You want me to make Maury lasagna on Sunday with meat I bought on the previous Monday?
No, it has to be fresh.
That doesn't sound smart to me.
I mean,
that doesn't sound.
You're not leaving it on the hood of your car while you're driving.
No,
right?
No. I mean,
the reason why I bring this up is not to rub it in or to be hey, friendly reminder.
Yeah.
Is because the discussion in the condo where the Damnits live, Damnit Maurie and his husband, Damnit Matthew, have started already. And the excitement is at a level 100 right now. Listen to this.
Matthew,
what do you want? You
Are you prepared for the news? You and I are getting lasagna from Roz.
Oh my God, I actually can't wait. No joke. No, it's so freaking good. I remember that. He sent it in a...
Staub.
It was was it Staub or Le Creuset? I remember.
Staub.
It was a nice dish. I kept it.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was even a better lasagna. And so it was better than anything I've bought at the store.
Because it's been in the minuses for 5 consecutive days, you and I are going to be gifted a lasagna.
Oh my God. Yes, Roz. Gift us more than one, please. It was actually really great.
More than one?
It was better than anything I've ever tasted in terms of lasagna.
We will get Roz's meat.
I want Roz's meat.
So they are very excited.
Yeah, you'll get your bloody lasagna.
They are very, especially Damnit Matthew.
If it's in the minuses for 10 days, do we get 2?
No, you don't. No, that's not the deal. Stop trying to change the rules.
New deal alert.
No, that's not.
Oh my God. Yes, Roz. I want Roz's meat.
Shut up. Oh my God. You guys make it weird. It's a bloody lasagna, for God's sake.
They're the ones that are
Right?
super excited.
I know.
Oh my God. Yes, Roz. I want Roz's meat.
Stop it. You guys are all of you. You too, Mocha.
So, you're going to the
You're
grocery
the
store
worst.
today.
Yeah.
You better buy the ingredients for the lasagna.
No, it's going to happen on the weekend. That's a weekend
Do you
project.
need me to Uber Eats it to you?
What, Uber Eats me what?
Grocery.
A lasagna? And then I'll just yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Entertainment Weekly put together a list of the best TV show theme songs since 2000.
Oh, okay.
God, I don't even know what came out into I guess most things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to get the classic, you're not going to get Golden Girls, you're not going to get Cheers, Friends, all those shows.
Okay.
So this is 2000 plus. And
Okay.
there's a couple I agree with, a couple I don't. So I will, I'll play the track for you, okay? Starting at number 10. You tell me, first of all, if you know what show it's from, and then if you agree in its placement. Okay?
Okay.
So here is number 10 of the best TV show theme songs since 2000.
Hey girl, what you doing? Hey girl,
No idea?
where you
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it Gossip Girl?
No.
Oh, I don't know that.
Who's that girl? Jess. So no idea?
Jess.
No. That was her character's name.
Jesse.
That wasn't. No, it's no. That's New Girl.
Oh,
New Girl. I actually
okay.
quite like that song.
It's sung by Zooey Deschanel.
It is, yeah. Star of the show and singer of the show's theme song. Here we go at number 9. I used to love this song and this show.
Oh, this is True Blood.
Yes. Good for you.
And you know what? Never seen an episode.
Really?
But I know the song.
Yeah, because I think we used to play it on the show all the time,
Yeah.
right? So I used to really like this. Do you watch this show, Sean?
I don't.
You
No,
didn't,
never.
huh?
I'm not into vampires, bro.
No. Okay, that was
I like
number
next.
that was number 8. Stop reading ahead, Maury. Here we go. Classic.
Oh, Curb
Your Enthusiasm. I think that this should be way higher. As far as an iconic theme goes, because this song is memed like crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is an iconic theme song, as iconic as I would say
Another
other
show where
theme
I
songs.
haven't seen a single episode.
You haven't.
You
huh?
would love it.
Dude, you would
I
love
know.
it. As a fan of Seinfeld and The Office and all that stuff, my God, you would love Curb Your Enthusiasm. Never watched an episode of this show, not even one single one.
Really?
No.
Hold on. Don't tell me.
Never seen an episode. I actually
don't know.
I actually don't like this theme song.
I don't know it.
Do you know it? Do you know it, Maury? Of
Is
course
it
you do.
Mad Men?
Yeah, it's Mad Men.
Oh, I was
yeah.
going to say Mad Man.
Yeah.
I
So
should have just
Mad
gone with my
Men at
gut.
number 7 on the list of the most iconic TV show
Should've
theme
said
songs
Mad Men.
from 2000. At number 6 is a theme for Gilmore Girls, which I quite like. At number 5 is, here, you'll know this one.
Okay. Game of Thrones.
Yes, Game of Thrones.
Never seen a single episode.
Okay. At number 4, which I think should be at number 1.
Oh, yeah, The Office.
Right. And it's crazy because no lyrics in the song. I would say this theme song, like, as iconic as any. As iconic as a theme to Cheers, Friends, everything.
More
Yeah.
iconic than Curb?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
actually one.
Yeah.
I love the show. My favorite show.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserves number 1, maybe number 2. There's one more that I think should be at number 1 that I haven't heard just yet.
Okay, so here is number 3.
Oh, yes.
Succession.
Oh my God,
you know,
such a good theme.
You know,
yeah, Succession.
I dislike this theme song so much.
Oh,
I
really?
fast forward through it.
No.
Yeah, I like the show Succession.
Yeah.
I hate the
The
opening.
think
intro
that-
was way too long.
I think this
Yeah.
theme song is
You
amazing.
do, huh?
Yeah,
Don't-
I
maybe-
love
Binging,
it.
it
Maybe
takes too long.
Maybe it's not the song. I really quite dislike the opening of that show. Really? Yeah, I don't. And I'm a big fan of it. Like, there's a lot of show openings that I will not skip.
Yes. Okay. So the song I love.
Yeah.
The visuals for the opening.
Yeah.
I hate.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible
I think it's
opening, and
stupid.
maybe I'm throwing the song out with that. Okay, now we get to the top 2. These are again Entertainment Weekly put together the best TV show theme songs since 2000. So here's number 2, Mocha.
Oh, the OC.
Okay, wow, you nailed that fast, huh?
I was just thinking about that show the other day.
And number 1. Let's see
Wait,
if
but
you're
the
right.
OC more iconic than The Office?
Yeah, I know.
I don't agree with
I
that.
know. Okay, so here we go at number 1.
I was working hard at a New York job making dough, but it made me blue.
What the hell is this?
I was crying a lot, and so
You know what this is, Shem?
What the hell?
California, brand new pals and new career. It happens to be where Josh lives, but that's not why.
Oh, can I guess?
Yeah.
Because the voice sounds familiar?
Yeah.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
No. A show called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
What? No, I'm not. She's the crazy ex-girlfriend.
Never heard of this show in my life.
No.
And where's Sopranos? Oh, well, Sopranos actually started in like 99.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, so with the OC, do you think it was higher up because radio stations used to actually play that song?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe?
I guess. And also no Sons of Anarchy on there. That show had a great theme song, right? Yeah. There's a lot that are missing. But anyway, so Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which is sung by the cast of the show, is, according to Entertainment Weekly, the best TV show theme song since 2000.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, you're going to get a kick out of this.
Go.
Somebody on Reddit asked boomers, what's something today's youth would never understand?
What is something today's youths would never understand?
And the replies to this were hysterical. For example, calling the movie theater to hear the recording with the movie times on it.
Yeah, there's that.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
You didn't?
Uh-uh.
You don't remember having to call?
No.
Oh, yeah. What was
Not
it called?
at all.
It was something.
Movie
it was called,
phone.
No, it wasn't. Not in Canada. It wasn't movie phone. It was something else. Movie phone was in the U.S. It was something else in Canada. But yeah, you would call and it was like, for this theater, press 1. For this theater, press 2. For this movie, press 1. And then they would give you the show times.
I always thought it was just like in the newspapers or something.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh,
but,
okay.
but then you had to buy a newspaper, right?
Someone said, because we didn't always have cell phones, people could not always get a hold of you, and it was a good thing.
We used to make fake collect calls. So if I was meeting a friend, right, and I was like going to a bar, we were going to meet at a bar. And if I got there, what I would do, and if they weren't there, I would go to a payphone. And when you go to a payphone and you make a collect call, you have to record your voice. And so when you get the call, it says, "Hey, you have a collect call from," and then it would say Roz, and then you would hit 1 to accept or 2 to decline. So you would go to a payphone if I had no quarters on me, and I would make a collect call. And when it said record your voice, I would go, "It's Roz, I'm at the bar." and then so you would get the call where it's like, "You have a collect call from, it's Roz, I'm at the bar," and then you would hit decline, right? And then you would know to come and meet me.
Okay. Cheat the system.
That was texting.
Again, somebody asked boomers, what's something today's youth would never understand? Opening up the newspaper to look at the TV guide to see what was on that night.
And not being able to record it.
Well, here's the thing. Another person wrote, if there were 2 shows on TV at the same time that day, you had to make a choice. There was no such thing as like VCR on demand, nothing like that.
Yeah, for boomers, yes, because they're older. But you would have to record one in one room and watch one in another room. And then when that show was over, you'd have to go to that first room and grab the VHS and bring it to the TV room.
Another person wrote, OMG, smoking everywhere, in theaters, on planes, in the offices, hospitals, trains, restaurants, school. And then the outrage when it was finally banned.
Oh, yeah. Oh, people lost their minds.
When they couldn't smoke indoors?
Yes.
Or like anywhere?
Yeah.
The excitement of going to a video rental store on the weekends to pick out a movie. Actually picking one out was just as exciting as watching the movie.
That was my favorite thing to do with my dad.
Yeah.
Someone else wrote memorizing phone numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's only 2 numbers that I know that I could recall like immediately.
Yeah.
Which actually 3. My home phone number, like my parents' phone number, Jenna's phone number, and then your girlfriend, Catherine.
Thanks.
Another person wrote,
You're such a jackass, man. That ain't right. Why you gotta bring that up? Like, that's not even on topic right now.
Roz, do you even know Catherine?
We're talking about something completely differently. Shut up, Maury. Yeah.
Somebody else wrote, in a bar or at a party, you could dance on a table naked and do the craziest stuff. The next morning, you could categorically deny that it ever happened.
Yep.
And no one, absolutely no one, could ever show you a video on their phone that it actually happened.
Yep.
Someone else wrote, being stuck on a toilet for a little bit and reading the shampoo bottles, packages on bars of soap, and whatever else might be within grabbing distance of the toilet. You didn't have a phone to entertain you.
I had a friend that had a bookshelf full of books in the bathroom.
I was going to say, some bathrooms look like libraries. Like they had a magazine rack and bookshelves and everything.
And finally, somebody asked boomers, what's something today's youth would never understand? Getting in your vehicle and driving to your friend's house to see if they were home. No cell phones. Gas was cheap. Driving was freedom.
Yes, that's
no
true.
Way,
yeah.
No other way of getting a hold of them, right?
No,
what about the fact that you, back, I guess, for boomers, you weren't able to leave the room if you were on the phone? You had to stay in one room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you had to share a phone. Imagine sharing a phone.
Yo, I remember my mom had... had like a super long ass cord, like
one of those,
the telephone cord that could stretch all the way to like the front of the house.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What the hell are you doing?
I lost a bet to Dalal, so I had to do that.
Okay,
Why did you take so long? I was doing that for like a minute.
So, Deepa's on Microsoft Teams right now. She's at home, and her camera's on, and you're doing some ridiculous dance. I have no idea what that was. So what happened?
Oh my gosh.
Why were you doing that?
Okay, so we, just to spice up our married life, we like to do bets here and there.
Oh, wow, so spicy. Newlyweds.
So based on your
very
dance,
spicy.
did you lose or did he lose?
What do you think, Roz?
Okay.
So, okay, to spice up your marriage.
I lost.
Right?
Yeah.
6 months into being married.
Yeah, I know.
You guys, Jesus, you bet each other. So what was the bet? That you had to dance in front of us? Like on camera?
Yeah. So it's a game called Odds where you like say the odds are 10 and then you count to 3. And right after 3, you have to say a number between 1 and 10. And if you say the same number, then the person who said odds has lost the bet. So I lost last night. He was like, hey, let's do something fun. Let's play odds. And I was like, sure, I don't really want to. And he's like, if you lose tomorrow when you go to work, you have to do the most ridiculous dance and just shake your legs back and forth until somebody sees you. So that's what I had to do. And I did it for like 2 minutes and no one was paying attention to me.
Oh, I was paying
I'm
attention.
sweating.
Ross was paying it. We were
Oh,
paying
you
it.
were?
I just wanted to wait till you finished whatever it was you were doing. And also, can I just say, that wasn't the first time you did that today. All right? I saw when you did it earlier.
You've seen it before?
Yes.
Mocha!
Yeah.
Bilal, like he was standing in the corner of the kitchen with his timer on, just looking, and he's like, "No one's seen you." I was like, I don't know.
Like, I just, honestly, I just thought you were doing your own thing over there, right? Like,
entertaining yourself until we got on the radio.
like I honestly, Deepa, I didn't say anything because I didn't think that something like that was for my benefit because I just, like, I didn't understand what was going on. I don't know what your morning routine is. Maybe that's just something you do.
Like calisthenics.
Wait, so how many times did you see me do that?
We watched the whole time, but I just didn't think I had anything.
What?
I didn't think it was any of my business.
So far on the show today, prior to us bringing this up, so you did it like now, right? For 2 minutes that we were watching.
Yeah.
And then we saw like there was 2 other times that you did it from when the show started.
Oh my God, guys.
So we got 3 performances from you.
Yeah.
Literally,
Bravo,
Tubby,
bravo.
thank you. My kitten was on my lap. I had to throw him off just so I could get up and do this to get your attention.
We saw that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay.
Isn't marriage fun?
It's great, guys.
Did it work? Is your marriage more spicy now?
Very.
Okay, good.
Can't wait to see what happens later today.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Okay, Michelle, you reached out to us for a reason. What's going on in your life?
I am 7 months pregnant, and I found out 2 weeks ago my husband has been having a 4-month-long affair.
Oh, my God. So you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. How do I cope? I've left him, and I'm living with my parents now. I'm in therapy and doing everything I possibly can for my heartache and depression. My parents are really supportive, but I'm really scared about having to do the newborn stage without a partner. My heart is destroyed. We were together for 8 years. Again, how do I move past this so I can be there for my new baby?
First baby?
First baby.
So how did you end up finding out that he was cheating?
So we just got married in October.
Oh, damn.
And a week after the wedding, he said that he wasn't feeling emotionally connected to me. So I said, like, as much as I love you, I don't want to be in a marriage without love. Mm-hmm. So I offered, like, we could get separated, we could get a divorce. But he said no, he wanted to stay and work on things. So we started to do weekly couples counseling. So for 3 months, weekly couples therapy, and then he started pulling away. And then it started to be, oh, I'm not in love with you anymore. And he just kept saying it was like some of the things that he went through in childhood that made him pull away from me. But he didn't even want to, like, rub my belly or go baby shopping. After New Year's, I became really, really depressed. And I always offered him, like, if you want to go, that's fine. Like, I can go home to my parents. I don't want to live like this. It's not good for the baby. It's not good for me. Mm. And he was always like, no, like, and he would pull me back in with hope. And he would say, no, I want to work on things. Anyways, I reached my breaking point about 2 weeks ago, and that's when I found a lot of detailed emails.
Just based on the timeline, so you were already pregnant when you guys got married in October.
Exactly.
But he started this relationship with her a month
In
before.
September. I was sick in my first trimester from like August to September, and we were preparing for the wedding. And, you know, I like to check in with him because he is my partner. Like, you know, he seemed a bit stressed, and I would ask him, oh, like, are you okay? And he would always say it was work.
How long had you been together before you got married?
7 years.
7 years. So, and what was life like during those 7 years? Were you guys like romantic? Was it an awesome relationship, or what happened?
We've always had a healthy relationship. A lot of our friends are completely shocked and devastated because they didn't see this coming at all, just like I didn't.
Did he not want a baby?
He wanted a baby.
But did he want a baby with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person who would like force people to do things.
No,
right?
no. Nobody's saying that. But obviously, like, and I don't know what the childhood trauma that he was, you know, describing to you that he didn't want to talk about. I don't know what any of that stuff is, and it could be really serious, and he could need to work, you know, through that on his own. But oftentimes, when you get to a point where you are going to have to do a lot of work. And if he felt like he was getting to the point where there's some things in his past that he was going to have to confront in order to move on and become a great dad and be the husband that you need and be there for the kid and everything else, that's a lot of work, and oftentimes it's terrifying, and it's not an easy place to be. It's mandatory. You have to go through it, but you don't want to go through it. And then at the first opportunity you get to sort of go back to be that other guy, to go be that guy that doesn't feel anything, to go be that guy that doesn't have to deal with all the stuff from the childhood, that guy feels great always. And it's really easy to live that guy's life. And, you know, that's when affairs happen, right? You know, and you are a sort of reminder of all the work he had to do. And this girl is a reminder of how fun he used to be when he, you know, completely pretended that none of that existed and he didn't have to deal with any of it.
And you know what? You're so right, because the emails, like he was telling her he was in love with her, couldn't wait to spend the rest of his life together with her. Yeah. They were looking at condo lofts. They never spoke about the baby. Like, she knew about the baby, and she actually met me.
He's going to go through all of this again with her, right? 100%. Now, you guys do have a kid together, so you can't shut him out of the kid's life, right? Like, there's just things that you are going to have to now deal with.
It's just frustrating because it's like, you planned a whole future with this other woman, and now you're taking it all back, and then I'm going to have to look at you for the rest of my life. Like, I've already spoken to lawyers, and I understand, like, it's called parenting planning now instead of custody. I know his legal rights and everything.
But you are doing the right thing by speaking to someone who's going to help you get through those emotions and help you get through those times that you do have to see him, because to us, it sounds like you've already made up your mind. You don't want to be with this guy, but, you know, he still has to be in your life.
I wish, you know, it's only been 2 weeks for me. So, like, I wish I could just give up that love. Like, and I don't know anybody else who's been in a situation like this. It's so rare.
It's so soon, though, love. You're like, this is fresh. Like, fresh. And you're pregnant. And you know, you're
emotions on emotions on emotions, right?
Yeah. Don't beat yourself up over this because of still having, you know, feelings and still, you know, feeling like you're going through hell every time you step out of bed in the morning.
Yeah,
you're doing all the right things. The only thing that you need to do moving forward is prioritize your well-being over everyone else's right now.
Yeah.
Well, all the best. Thank you so much for reaching out.
Well, I also want to thank you guys. You really helped a bit, sharing your perspective, and I just wanted you guys to know, like, at the hardest times, I listen to the podcast constantly on my way to work and my way home, and it really, really helps me kind of like laugh and get through my situation. And so I really want to thank you guys.
Oh, well, we are sending you,
that means the world,
a ton of love. Thank you for all your support.
Can you ask me the question?
Michelle, between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz.
Of course.
Why'd you say it like it hurt?
It did.
Because I feel bad for Mocha, because I do like Mocha.
Nobody feels bad for me when they say Mocha's their favorite, by the way.
Facts.
They know you're so tough, that's why.
Michelle, you are too kind. We love you lots.
Thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Uh-oh.
So
it is.
Yes.
Getting hard in here.
Very hard things, very hard things. Roz and Mocha's very hard things.
Very hard things. This is where Damnit Maurie and his husband, Damnit Matthew, are always tasked with describing something that seems simple enough. But when you actually have to break down how something works, why something is the way it is, things become very difficult. We've asked them in the past to describe what color a mirror is, how fish breathe underwater.
Very hard.
Very hard. How sight works.
Oh, extremely hard.
And when you actually have to sit there and go through things, you realize that there are just certain things that are very difficult to do that we just all assume they just are the way they are. Why would you need to know that?
Mm-hmm.
So a month ago for Christmas, I sent Damnit Maurie home with a puzzle. And what this is, it's like 4.5, 5 inches long, thick metal puzzle with combination wheels on it, rings on it.
Literally, that is a very hard thing.
It is very hard, yes. And it's letters, not numbers. And basically what this is you have to try and guess what the word is that goes across it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you open it up, there's something inside. And I sent Damnit Maurie home with this over the holidays to say, hey, can you and Matthew do this?
It's like a Wordle lockbox.
It's a Wordle lockbox. Thank you.
Right.
That's exactly what this is. It's 6-letter Wordle lockbox. Yeah. And inside this is $100, right? And the clue that I gave them, 6 letters, the clue that I gave them was, you can be one, you can become one, you can have one. Mm-hmm. They've now had this a month and haven't been able to open it yet. I said to shake it to make sure the $100 is still in there.
And what we originally learned is that Damnit Matthew didn't believe that there was actually $100 in there.
So give me 1 second. I'm just going to open it right now. X. Oh.
Dude, don't say the letter.
I'm kidding.
Oh. Look at Maurie.
Can you turn a little bit to the left?
Maurie shot up for a second.
What's that?
Can you turn a little bit to the left?
No. Maurie. You stop peeking. Man. Stop peeking, Maurie. Like, just, why not just get in the spirit of it and try and solve this your own self?
I was for a month.
I know. A month is how long it's taken you. Okay, so here I opened it, and there's the $100. Just so everybody knows, the $100 is still in there.
Really nice.
You should add another 100 because it's been a month.
I'm gonna.
Too bad.
Do you only think I know how a hustle works, Maurie? Okay, and then
you can't out-hustle a hustler,
right? And then I take this and I put this right back in there like that, and then I close it up.
Okay.
Okay.
So Damnit Maurie and Damnit Matthew, as you said, have had this lockbox.
Yes.
For like a month.
So again, 6 letters, and the clues I gave them were: you can be one, you can become one, you can have one.
So they've continued with their attempts of figuring out what the word is.
Right. Okay.
Hello? Hello? Are you awake?
What?
Are you awake?
What?
Can we try another code in the lockbox?
Code in the lockbox?
For the $100.
Not right now.
Why not? I have it in my hand.
No, Maurie.
Do you want me to come back in a little bit?
Can you please go, Maurie, please?
Okay, go back to sleep. Matthew, it's been a half hour. Are you awake now? Are you awake now?
What do you want, Maurie?
Can we try a couple words for the thing?
God, I don't care about that. Throw that thing in the garbage.
Oh. There's $100 in it.
I don't believe there is.
So can we try a couple more words?
I am out of words.
Okay, try parent.
Can we do this after?
No, now.
No.
It's not parent. Father?
Why would it be father?
Why would it be anything? It's not father.
This is how puzzles works. Why would it be anything?
A
Oh, wow.
Come on, guys.
Is it 6 letters?
I don't know. Don't.
Orange. Orange.
Okay, try orange.
Although it's not orange.
Okay, try apple, pear, plum, Watermelons? I don't know.
Do you not want this $100?
I need a lot more than $100.
Oh, okay. So again,
it sounds like Dan Matthew just like gave up.
Oh, but does he not really believe, Maury, that there's $100 in there? I've shown you that there's $100 in there.
No, I told him. He still doesn't believe it until it's in his hand.
Oh. So again, it's 6 letters. The clue is you can be one, you can become one, you can have one, right? And it's been a month now, and Maury and Matthew still have not figured this out.
So guess what you're doing for another month, damn Maury.
You know what I'm afraid of?
What?
That like for my birthday, for next, I'm going to end up with like so many lock boxes for every gift now.
Well, you don't get anything until you solve this.
Oh.
I'm not going to start stacking gifts, right? Matthew wanted to throw this one out. You think I'm going to start sending stuff home that winds up in the trash?
Don't worry about Matthew. It's me and you.
Okay.
Roz and Mocha's very, very hard things.
Happy anniversary, everybody.
Baby. Well, what are we anniversarying today?
Today, ladies and gentlemen, is the 1-week anniversary of the Great Blizzard of Ontario 2022. Feeling nostalgic, driving into work today.
Were you? Yeah, you missed it?
Just a little bit.
Wish we could go back. If I could turn back time.
Hashtag take me back.
Take me back. Yeah, are we supposed to get snow today too? Something like that?
Yeah, like a couple centimeters.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe there is. I shouldn't discount this. No, sorry, not 2. 5 to 10.
Oh, that's no joke.
And the snow is going to start around noon. There is a winter weather travel advisory.
Yeah.
So 5 to 10 centimeters. Even when I was coming in on the highway today, there were still plows and city vehicles on the highway clearing some of the snow that they had just pushed off to the side.
Nothing should ever start around noon.
What do you mean?
It's not good.
I mean, you can't control the weather like that.
I know,
though.
but nothing should start around noon. No, and I don't mean just the weather. I mean, nothing should start around noon. Because there's nothing worse than when you drive into work and everything is just like A-okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't have access to windows in the buildings that they work in, right?
For example, us.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing worse than having the day look completely different when you leave at the end of the day than it did when you got to work. Because it feels like you've been in more of a vortex than what maybe your regular work day gives you. Right? It's like you're walking into a different world. Like when you finish your day, it should at least resemble the day you started.
Like last
week. It shouldn't be completely different.
When we got hit with that blizzard, when we drove in, like the weather was fine. Like it was okay. It wasn't as bad as it was once our day in the studio ended.
Oh,
once
no.
the chaos,
No.
When the chaos
it was
happened.
bad when I came in.
Maybe because I leave a lot earlier than you do.
Yeah, but
it wasn't like it took me an additional 15 minutes to get into work as opposed to taking me 3.5 hours to get home.
Right. Yeah.
That day.
But it still started in the morning though. You just work different hours.
Correct.
Right? Like, I don't know. I when you go to work, you should feel like you go to work, not a time machine or like not like a teleportation device, right?
Right.
Because even in the summer too, like I don't like when you get these like crazy shifts in the summer where you go in the morning and it's like you see the sun coming up. It's like real beautiful, everything else. And then when you leave work, it's cold and raining. It sucks.
That's
There's
like
nothing
playing
worse.
a cruel joke
yes,
on you.
you've ruined
you're in a
everything.
good mood.
You're in a great mood.
And you look forward to leaving for the day. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the sunshine.
Barbecue, tan them cheeks.
Yeah.
Right? It's
And
not
then
going to
the
happen.
Ray's like, nah, I got other plans for you.
Yeah, no, I don't like. I hate that feeling. But yeah, because we don't have windows here, and I actually like that we don't have windows in the studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I hate it.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I would rather have the windows in here. Like our old studio, we were like surrounded by windows.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
It was great.
I didn't like it.
I loved it because then I knew what I was getting myself into when I left.
I would rather not know. That's one of those things I would rather not know. I'd rather sort of while doing the show. Yes, like my house, the whole back of the house is all windows.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're in here, I would much rather not have windows because it changes my mood and I can't do anything about it. Right? Like I'm fine to not be able to see outside.
Damn it, Maury.
I was just going to say, I like having windows because I don't like leaving and then it's a big surprise.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, man.
I don't like the big surprise.
No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, is John Hamm the best pitch man out there right now?
Yes. I love John Hamm.
You don't often get. I was trying to think. When was the last time you had a star that was sort of at John Hamm's level who consistently does like commercials for things?
Yo,
where allows himself to be like the pitch man. Like who else is there? Help me out here, Maury.
Reynolds.
What's that?
Ryan Reynolds.
No, but that's his own company though.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't do it
He
consistently.
does all those commercials, right? Like that's sort of self-serving, right?
Yeah, it's the only name I can come up with that does that.
Yeah, because John Hamm, his Skip the Dishes campaign was just so bloody good, right?
Like the one when he's like working out.
He's
and
so
stuff.
good. Like he's just so good. So so Apple TV had John Hamm do like I guess a commercial for them, and the whole hook
show
of
is he on?
well, he's not, and that's the whole hook of the commercial is they got John Hamm to do an Apple TV spot. Where all he does is complain the fact that he's the only person who doesn't have a show on Apple TV.
And he was like, as soon as he read that script or he got that idea thrown at him, he was all in.
Yeah. So listen to this.
Hey, Apple, did I do something to offend you? I mean, Samuel L. Jackson, Billie Eilish, Tom Holland, Chris Evans? What about John Hamm?
You know what the happiest animal on earth is?
Seriously, I could have done lasso.
Goldfish. Be a goldfish, Sam.
What kind of advice is that? Hanks, listen, I just saw Finch, so good. And I saw that you did another one there for Apple, Greyhound, too. That's fun. Seriously? Denzel, Francis McDormand, Momoa, Snoopy.
Wow.
Snoopy.
You turned it down? I did.
Jen and Reese. No John. Feels like a missed opportunity. God. Maybe on the next one, you and me can get
If you are satisfied with your message,
No,
press 1
not
to listen
satisfied.
to-
Two Mahershala's? Kind of feels like cheating. Could have cloned me. Literally everyone. Octavia Spencer, Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Jon Stewart. I mean, he keeps going.
Now, do you think that this is a setup for something that he's going to end up doing with Apple?
No idea. Maybe.
Or is this just straight up?
I think this is just straight up John Hamm's funny and people like John Hamm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he ever gone through a scandal or anything like that? Like, I don't remember it. John Hamm, like, he's a pretty clean guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's sort of, I was trying to think, I don't know if I've ever really heard anybody say anything bad about John Hamm.
Mm-mm. Like, the douchiest thing he's ever done was, like, the character he played in Bridesmaids.
No, I think the character he played in Mad Men.
Oh, I guess, Mad Men.
Was super douchey, right? And so he has that going for him because even if he's a little bit nicer than his character in Mad Men, he's awesome, right?
Mhm.
You know what I like? You sort of, most people, you play that kind of guy for that long and people are like, ew. But he became the exact opposite. He reminded me a lot of when everybody years ago started watching SNL, and I mean years ago, when they found out Alec Baldwin was funny. Because nobody ever thought Alec Baldwin was funny.
Right.
Right? And then when Alec Baldwin, like in that sort of 90s and early in 2000s, started doing Saturday Night Live with Canteen Boy, with Adam Sandler and stuff like that. Like when people found out Alec Baldwin was funny, you were like, oh my God. And it was sort of the same thing with John Hamm, right? Like you found out like he's really, really funny.
I'm trying to find my favorite John Hamm Skip the Dishes commercial.
Oh, yeah.
There's the one, I wonder if it's...
The new one when they're on the mountain.
No.
But I'm just an ordinary Canadian guy that does ordinary Canadian things, like chores.
You're from St. Louis.
The chopsticks, Brandon. How we doing?
My hands hurt.
Well, part of the job. Next task, order me one of my favorites from Skip the Dishes. Poutine.
Poo what?
Brandon, you're so American.
So are you, sir.
Then why do I love hockey?
Skip the dishes.
Yeah, like his timing is
Yeah.
so good. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is them setting something up for John Hamm on Apple TV. But other than that, I love that he's pissed off that Snoopy got a show before he did.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yellowjackets has become one of the breakaway TV shows this season that tells the story of a high school girls soccer team who survive a plane crash in the wilderness, and then they got to survive to stay alive. Canadian-born Kevin Alves is in the show and joins us right now. What's going on, dude?
I'm good, guys. I'm good. You guys, I listened to you guys growing up, so I'm excited to be here.
Oh,
This is
dude,
awesome.
That's crazy. Well, thank you. Thank you for your support, bro.
No, I'm excited. And you guys, I was used to you guys torturing Maury, so that's fun.
Okay, so you guys set up this show. We have to get into this because I love the show, but man, I'm like, I have problems because in the first 2 minutes, in the first 2 minutes of this show, episode 1, first 2 minutes of the show, you guys, people are eating people, okay? And then I'm going through every single episode of the show up until the finale, and I'm like, when are you going to start eating people? And you've turned me, into somebody where I'm now dying to watch people eat people just because you've set this up in this show. When are we going to find out who gets eaten?
Well, I don't have that exact answer for you, but that was kind of the point. I think the point is we want you to question your human nature. And we want you to question how quickly you'd love to see someone get eaten. And I think it's beautiful that we are making you think about who you really want to see get eaten is the best part, right?
Bro. At this point, Roz wants everybody to be eaten because it's been set up. Since the season finale, have you been having to deal with questions or topics, conversations like this, similar to Roz? Are people reaching out to you on social, either publicly or DMing you, being like, bro, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. People are like, okay, who's getting eaten?
Okay. Yeah.
Who's the biggest question, and like the Reddit theories go nuts over who's the pit girl, as they call her.
Yeah.
Right? The person at the beginning of the show that falls into the pit. There's the most crazy theories. And the other one's like AQ, the antler queen, as they call it.
Yep.
The person with the antlers at the beginning. And like the theories go insane. A bunch of theories are that I'm antler queen is the one I've heard now.
Really?
Wow.
That's the newest one I heard.
Now, is that surprising?
It's the way that the show sets it up that wouldn't set it up that way, but anything goes on our show in that sense, right? They give you a bunch of little clues, but then they flip it over and they mess with you with the next episode with the same clue. So it's it's a show that definitely keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time.
I talked to Sophie, who plays young Shauna on the show. And Mocha, let me explain to you how much this show is not only messing with the audience, but messing with the actors on this show.
Okay.
So one of the big questions, yes, who is the antler queen? Who gets eaten? But also, what happens to Shauna's forest baby? Because Shauna's pregnant in the show, right?
No.
So that's one of the big questions. And I'll tell you, this show is so messed up. When I was talking to Sophie, she is preparing to get a script that eventually says they eat the baby.
No, she is
Yes,
not.
yes, she-
come on.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
No
because
way.
there's no way. We know winter is coming, and there is no feasible way that a child would survive in those conditions. So we sort of know that the child doesn't make it out, but we don't know what happens to the kid. And she's like, do I eat the baby?
No, there's no, Kevin, there is no way that is going to happen on Yellowjackets, bro.
Okay, so here's the thing. This has been an ongoing conversation about the baby throughout the entire shooting of season 1, once we found out that she was pregnant. Because you got to think about it, Mocha. Like, we're not well fed.
No.
We're not, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way that this baby's coming out perfectly normal.
Yo, man, a baby's not going to give you the nutrition that you need to survive. Stranded. Come on.
I know that, but Travis and Shauna don't know that in the wilderness.
Yo, Kevin Alves from Yellowjackets on the Roz Mocha show. What is it about this show that you like?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of, Melanie, Tawny, Christina Ricci, Juliette Lewis. Like, our whole future cast is like I feel so lucky to be doing the show with them. And we knew that a bunch of them were signed on before I got signed on, because they shot the pilot back in 2019 and my character got added in to the cast once the show got picked up. So I didn't shoot the pilot with them for that month back in 2019 before lockdowns. So I joined the show knowing who was in it already. And it was really cool, just the idea of putting those amazing actresses together to make this thing.
Nice. 2 questions, because one, I love Yellowjackets, and the other show that you're in, which is so huge in my house, is Lock and Key. And my family loved Lock and Key. When is Yellowjackets season 2? Because we know that you guys have been renewed. When do you start shooting this? Like, how soon are we going to get some of these answers?
So there's no official date for when we're starting to shoot. The huge talks are already happening as to like the whole timeline, I believe. But Gary from Showtime, he's already come out and said that he'd like to keep the same time of the year, if possible, for when we release season 2 as we did for season 1. So if that's the case and they stick to that plan, we could assume we're going to start shooting really soon, and we'd release probably end of the year, November, December.
Amazing. Kevin Alves, we appreciate your time. Thank you for making time for us on the Roz Mocha Show. You angered me a couple times with the answers that I was looking for that you didn't give, but we appreciate everything. And Yellowjackets is just amazing. You got people talking like crazy, and of course, everyone is waiting for season 2, bro.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great one.
No,
You too.
man, you're great. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Sina, how you doing? Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hey, guys.
So we talked to you back in November. How's it going?
Okay, so
Hold on a second. Let me just go bring people back here for why we originally had you on Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, okay? Okay, so you had written us, have you ever had the commute for a dream job? I got a dream job in my field as a therapy assistant right out of placement. I finish up my master's right now in occupational therapy. It's an hour away with traffic, could be 2 hours for 3 days a week. I hate driving on the highway, but I think it's a great opportunity to get myself in the field before I finish school. I also built a rapport with my supervisor, and I don't want to say no. Help, should I do it? And I recall both Mocha and I going off on you. Because you had a huge problem with a 1 hour commute 3 days a week. And we're thinking of letting this fantastic opportunity pass you by, right?
So when I submitted my FML, like you said, I was really struggling with taking on a job that involved me commuting for 2 hours total. But after thinking about it, it wasn't that I had to dedicate time towards the commute itself. It was really my anxieties with driving on the highway and getting my G that were taking over and making me contemplate this opportunity.
I will say, Sina, after your FML was on the radio, we got so many, like inundated with texts from people being like, yo, you need to take this job. 1 hour is like 1 hour one way is not that big of a deal.
So the highway anxiety that you have, describe that for people.
So I've gotten into a car accident before, so I've always just been a little bit traumatized with driving on the highway. So what happens to me is I'll be driving and my legs just go numb or my body shuts down, and it's very, very hard for me to do.
Is it just like the amount of cars that are also on the highway, or is it the speed, or a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both, and also just being traumatized from my accident that I got into before. So it just, like I said, it just took over. But, after talking to you guys, you helped me understand the importance between taking on an opportunity for not just a job, right, but for the future of my career. So I took the job.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
There
so
we go.
So you took the job, and what about the driving?
So I passed my G test.
Hey! Good for you. Nice, sick.
And
All right.
There's more. So now I'm in my last year for my master's, which, believe it or not, involves me driving 2 hours to Buffalo. So I'm doing that now.
Wow.
On the highway? On the highway?
Yeah.
Sick. That's amazing.
But the last thing was I realized how much you guys helped me because for the holidays, my boyfriend, who's a super fan of the show, made me a Roz and Mocha plaque from the episode I was on. So it has the episode number, the play button, and it has the exact timestamp of when I told you guys I have anxiety with driving.
Oh,
and then right above that is a picture of me holding my G license after I passed.
Oh, my God.
So my Roz and Mocha plaque helps me remember your advice and more so why I needed to overcome my anxiety. So I want to thank you guys so much for helping me overcome this fear and giving me that push to pursue this opportunity that will lead me to my dream job.
You are the best. The plaque is beautiful. So it's mounted on a sort of like wooden stand. And to describe it for people, it's like a plexiglass piece of like rectangle plexiglass that looks like it's clear, and it looks like what the phone looks like when you're listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. And even like the play button and the scroll at the bottom with like your timestamp on it, and your boyfriend put that timestamp, like the little cursor thing, exactly at the moment of the podcast where you appear and tell us all about this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Congratulations on everything.
Also, shout out to your man. That's a keeper right there.
I know.
He's the best. He's the one who got me, onto listening to you guys. But yeah, he loves you guys so much.
I have to go for my full G in next month.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Hold on. You don't expect me to make you a plaque, do you?
What's that?
You don't need me to make you a plaque, do you?
No.
I have to sign up for a man's hookup. Are you nervous to get your G?
No. Am I nervous? No, I'm not nervous, but I did realize that they because in this province anyway, they are so backlogged. There's like 450,000 tests that they're backlogged by.
Yeah.
So in order to get your G, they've actually started removing things from the test. Like you don't have to do parallel parking on your G test anymore.
Really?
No, because you would have had to have learned how to parallel park to get your G2.
Yeah.
So they took out stuff from your G2 that you also have to repeat on your G. So from what I hear, it's a pretty bogus test. Now, I say that as I know now I'm going to be made an example of.
Yeah, you're
right?
going to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, but the problem, though, is that if you fail your G the way that it is right now, you can fail, as a lot of people do fail getting their license the first time. It's totally normal, right? But you can't just go and rebook for like another month. Like if you fail your G now, you're rebooking for 2023.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't ruin it for everyone.
Thank you. Right?
That part that you said about it being bogus.
Don't worry about it.
That's what I'm going to timestamp on your plaque. Sina, we are so happy for you. More than anything, we are very, very proud of you. That is quite the accomplishment. So happy and thrilled that you were able to overcome your fear. You friggin' did it. You own the road. You're doing it safely. You got your dream job, and you're just killing it right now. You're amazing.
Thank you. I love you guys so much. Words can't even describe how much I love you guys. Thank you.
You are one of the many people that Roz and I do this show for. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye, love.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
22-year-old Bria Sutton of the UK met her fiancé Harley Webb while Harley was locked up. He was in there for burglary. Not long after their first convo, they became boyfriend-girlfriend without even meeting face-to-face. And that meeting didn't actually take place for months. And we have so many questions. Bria, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations on the engagement, by the way. Congratulations. It's very good news. Very good news.
This is one of these stories where, how do you even meet and fall in love with a guy who's doing time? How do you guys even meet?
It was literally through a friend. So my friend at the time, she was talking to someone else in the same prison, and that's how we got in contact. So she put me in contact with him that way. When I first went into it, I didn't think it would be anything serious. I thought it would just be to sort of pass the time for him, someone of him to talk to. But obviously it's turned into this. So
what happens when you guys decide, were you just so done with Tinder and online apps and dating through friends? What happened that you guys then decided to maybe start reaching out to people in prison?
So the person she was talking to, she'd already been with him on the outside world.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
It was more of a friend that she just put me in touch with like that. But it's because it was lockdown and things like that. I've never actually been on Tinder or anything like that myself.
So you start talking to Harley, who's locked up at the time, and what's the conversation like? Is it just typical, just getting to know each other? And are you allowed to go and visit him?
Yeah, so in the beginning, I couldn't visit him. I think it was about 8 months into speaking because of the lockdown. They didn't have any prison visits on, so I had to wait. That wasn't until May last year. But yeah, he just always asked about me. I've found a lot of the time when I'd talk to people, they just talk about themselves and wouldn't ask about me. And that the first thing he ever did was ask me about myself, tell him to tell him about myself. And yeah, that's what kind of drew me to him in the beginning.
I can only imagine that your friends and family must have been some concerned.
In the beginning, it was quite difficult because my mum would say things like, oh, I don't understand how you can like someone that you've not met or have developed feelings for someone that you've not been with in the outside world. But obviously if you don't give it a chance, then you'll never know. So I just had to keep on going. Obviously it was difficult in the beginning, but as the time's gone on, it's been a lot easier, and they've obviously seen that it's been about 18 months now. So
And you got labeled, people were calling you a gold digger. So when Harley was still in prison, he started sending you gifts, right?
Yeah.
And fairly very elaborate sort of expensive things. One, did you ask where he was getting that stuff or the money for that stuff from? Like, were you concerned about that at all? And how did you feel about when people were calling you a gold digger?
So when he first started buying me these gifts and things, I knew that the money was coming from his dad. His dad used to help him out a lot, so I didn't really question it because he's quite an older man and had a pension and things like that. So I didn't really think, I wonder where this is coming from. So I didn't really like to, think that there was anything wrong with where it'd come from.
We saw the proposal, right? And with fireworks and everything else. Now, we know Harley was in the joint for burglary, right?
Yeah.
Puts the ring on your finger. Beautiful ring. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Did you at any point just be like, can I see the receipt for that?
No, because we actually went to get the ring together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he didn't actually have the ring that day because he hadn't had time. So where I've come down here on my own, and obviously he's not got anyone here and he couldn't go out. He just got out. Wanted to do the fireworks, and he said, we'll go and get you a ring tomorrow. So we went together to get it.
Did you ask to see the receipts for the fireworks?
My friend
You're fine.
Bria, so what happened? We assume, or tell us if we're wrong, did Harley meet your mom? Did he get a chance to meet your family yet?
He hasn't yet, no. We're still quite far away from my hometown, so it's not that easy for them to come up here, but we're planning it and hopefully soon.
Now, are you guys able to live together, or does he have to live like close to, like, I don't know if you have a parole officer or anything like that? Like, what's your situation?
Yeah, it's similar. So he has to stay in a hostel for 3 to 6 months, depending on his behavior. It's called probation here. And they'll review it every month. And then if he's behaving well, then they'll ease some of the restrictions he's got. But for now, he has to stay in the premises. So he's allowed out from 7 in the morning and then has to go back in at 7 at night.
So you as a young, obviously, attractive woman, if there are other young, attractive women out there right now who are fed up with the sort of dating scene, and COVID's been hell on trying to find somebody, and the apps we know are hell for a lot of people, would you recommend that a young woman in your situation start maybe looking towards their local prisons?
I would. I mean, it just all depends, isn't it? Because obviously everyone's different, but I feel like when people are in prison for quite a while, they appreciate things more, and they just generally treat you a lot better. They're kinder, they're more caring. And obviously we got to know each other inside out before we'd actually, been in physical contact.
Did you make some sort of deal with Harley in order to sort of like make sure that this relationship stays solid? Like when he got out, was there a conversation of like, man, like your days of being a burglar are done? Like if you get popped again, I'm gone? Or like how did that conversation happen? Is he done with the life of crime now?
He knows if he does anything else now, I won't be sticking around.
What kind of stuff did he steal? Do you know? Did you ask?
Fishing tackle, jewelry, and cash machines, and parts of cars and things like that.
And fireworks? Fireworks.
No, come on, okay.
Not
fireworks. Well, you sound happy. All the best to you, Bria, and all the best to you and Harley. You found love, which is, the one thing you were looking for, and you found it in an unconventional way. But again, you're happy, right?
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you very much for taking time to join us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. I've loved talking to you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Rolling. Rolling. What is that? Who was that? Who sang that song?
Rolling.
Was it?
Oh, come on, dude.
God.
Nobody say anything.
Who was that? It was a terrible band, I remember. Rolling. Don't put your hand up, Maurie. I'm not going to go to you right now.
I was going to give you the next line.
No, I don't need the next line because I don't care about the next line. Rolling. It's a terrible song. Deepa, you're into this, I see.
It's an amazing song. What do you mean it's a terrible song?
Rolling.
You were going to hate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
I
You
do.
know-
I
you know what it
knew
is.
immediately.
Yeah. Maury, am
Yeah.
I going to hate myself?
Well, I'm wondering if I'm thinking of a different song.
Yeah, I think maybe you are. Roll. White guy, though, right? Yeah. Terrible band. I'm going to say, it was, whatchamacallit there? The guys, there was that guy in the band, and for a little while, they were the most popular band on earth. And then basically, like, their record company handed them their entire record company and, like, let them shape the future of music for a little while and let them sign all their bands. And then everybody started to hate them. And then they faded real fast. And then you didn't ever hear from them again. That's the band.
What was the name?
Oh.
That's not a name.
Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
Right? Was it Limp Bizkit?
Hold on, listen to this. Listen.
Look at Deepa. Are you into Limp Bizkit, Deepa?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Roland. That was so aggressive. Rolling. What? Yes. What? Yeah. Deepa, you're into this?
Yeah, this is such a good song.
No.
Classic.
Stop lying, though. Like, are you for real?
I'm for real right now.
You're into Limp Bizkit and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would choose to listen to it now, but back in the day, 100%.
Really? So
What?
you had, like, you in your bedroom as a kid with a Princess Jasmine collection would, like, be
Yes.
blasting Limp Bizkit?
You got it. Hiding from my
Interesting.
mommy, blasting Limp.
Hold on.
Wow.
You had to hide Limp Bizkit from your mom?
You know, it doesn't sound like the most pleasant music.
No. No.
So, one of my dirty little secrets growing up.
Was this song big in the gay bars, Maury?
No, but the song I was thinking of was
Oh, which was what?
the theme song to Rawhide. Rollin', Rawhide.
No, that is not what I was stuck on.
Wow. Anywho.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Adele taking to social media last night in tears to let her fans know who have already flown to Las Vegas to catch her residency, which was supposed to start today.
Yeah.
This message.
Hi, listen, I'm so sorry, but my show ain't ready. We've tried absolutely everything that we can to put it together in time and for it to be good enough for you, but we've been absolutely destroyed by delivery delays and COVID. Half my crew, half my team are down with COVID, they still are. And it's been impossible to finish the show. And I can't give you what I have right now. And I'm gutted. And I'm sorry it's so last minute. We've been awake for over 30 hours now trying to figure it out, and we've run out of time. And I'm so upset and I'm really embarrassed, and I'm so sorry to everyone that's travelled again. I'm really, really sorry. I'm really sorry. We're on it. We're going to reschedule all of the dates. We're on it right now. And I'm going to finish my show. And I'm going to get it to where it's supposed to be. Now for you, I'm so sorry. It's been impossible. We've been up against so much and it just ain't ready. I'm really sorry.
Wow.
Oof. Again, it's supposed to start today. So less than 24 hours before she was supposed to be on stage, she
That's
released
one thing
that to fans.
To reschedule your show, understandable. And understand the circumstances.
Yeah.
But for those people I feel bad for that had to book those flights.
Well, that's
hotel, right?
That's
So
the
now-
deal.
Now you got a credit for an Adele show. You're going to have to rebook a flight, rebook your hotel.
Like, she will refund tickets. This is the thing when residencies get canceled. If Adele was just on tour and she was going to do New York City last night, Toronto tonight, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she did a video saying, hey, I'm so sorry, I got to cancel these shows. Yeah, you get a refund or you hang on to your ticket for when it's rescheduled. But residencies, all those people are there.
Yeah.
They traveled there. So Adele can refund tickets to a postponed show. But what do you do with flights and hotel.
I know.
Like, that's a lot of money for people. Right?
That sucks.
That
I feel bad
sucks,
for her,
man.
though. I really do.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Meatloaf passed away.
Oh, man.
And I would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love.
This,
I would do anything for love.
But I won't do that. Ready for some rock and roll, Mocha?
No, I won't do that.
Meatloaf, what's up?
I know the song,
Yeah.
right? Because I've heard it in movies and stuff.
Yes.
Real stupid question.
Yes.
When he says, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do
Right,
that.
yeah.
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, nobody knows.
No, I don't know.
Okay, so that's not like a dumb
Yeah.
question.
I mean, no, it may be in the song, but like I'm a huge fan of Meatloaf, but I don't know what that is. All I know is that we used to just like make jokes about it, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I won't do that, right? So this was one of his later songs, if you can even believe that. So Meatloaf was 74 years old. His family released a statement saying, "Our hearts are broken to announce that the incomparable Meatloaf passed away tonight with his wife Deborah by his side. Daughters Pearl and Amanda are and close friends have been with him throughout the past 24 hours." So incredibly, Meatloaf's first album, which came out in 1977, called Bad Outta Hell, which is where you may know this song from. I don't know if you do.
What, this one?
Yeah, Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Oh.
Do you know the song at all? You ever heard this
No.
track? So, the incredible story behind Meatloaf, because he was also an actor. He was Bob Paulson in Fight Club. Remember Bob with the boobs?
That's Meatloaf?
That's Meatloaf. Yeah, he did like 65 movies.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, he's a really accomplished actor. But so this album, Bad Outta Hell, was Meatloaf's first album and came out in 1977. Sold 43 million copies.
Wow, impressive.
Debut album. It's like one of the top-selling albums of all time.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
Right?
Those kind of numbers?
First album, and it's just like so over the top, right? Like it's all this, right? Like everything is an opera. Look at Maurie. Maurie dancing in there.
I'm sure.
Hey, Shem, you ever seen somebody look more white than Maurie right now?
Never in my life.
No.
It's wild.
Yeah, I know.
could see paradise on the dashboard light.
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
I know. I'm doing it's so funny. I'm doing a tribute to Meatloaf here, and the looks on Mocha and Shem's face compared to the look on Maurie's face. It's like if you ever need to know, like just differences in culture, have a conversation with Meatloaf with your brown friends. You know what I mean?
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
R.I.P. Meatloaf. He was a legend.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh my God. So Kyle Lowry, was supposed to be back in Toronto, his first like big sort of home game, right?
Since being traded.
Is that the one coming up, or was there already one? It's the one coming up, right?
This is his first time back in Scotiabank Arena, but not in a Raptors jersey, instead with his Miami Heat jersey.
So you were hoping that there would be some sort of big giant celebration. He's back, lots of fans, because it was really looking like it was going to be that for a while, and then they shut it all down. So when Kyle Lowry returns, there will be 500 fans allowed inside Scotiabank Arena. Okay. Which is kind of crap. But also, the other thing that somebody had pointed out was that Kyle Lowry's return to Toronto is going to be the second game of a back-to-back. So what if they give him the night off?
Oh, they easily could. I don't think that...
That's what the speculation is. He may not come.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that they will.
You don't think so?
No, that team means way too much to Kyle Lowry. If it's his first time back...
Yeah.
But then hold it for when there's more people there for it to be the first time back.
They're going to do a video tribute.
Yeah.
And all 500 of those fans are going to be on their feet. And they'll give him the mic maybe. Yeah. And he'll say a couple of words for broadcast television for all of us fans to watch. Because we're still going to watch.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Kyle Lowry's going to be on that court.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Raptors just mean way too much to him.
Yeah.
Do you want to bet? Like, should we bet?
Oh,
okay.
Here we go.
I say he's not going to be there.
But no. Before you decide, okay, we already know that. Okay, so what is the bet then?
$5,000.
Oh, I was going to say $10.
Oh my God, $5,000.
$10.
Jeez, for five.
Yo, Maury's face. Maury didn't think that I was going to take him up on the bet.
I haven't paid $5,000 for anything ever.
How long would it take you, Maury, if you lost a bet to Mocha to come up with $5,000?
Like 10 years.
Like 10 years, yeah. I would say that's most people.
I'm DMing him now. Please don't come.
Right? I know Maury out there with a lead pipe. Hide in the hallways of Scotiabank Arena.
Yo, Kyle.
You okay?
Kyle, turn around real quick.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Jamie Lynn Spears, part 2 of the Call Her Daddy podcast. This section of it was where they teased that she had text messages from Britney that sort of clear her name, that exonerate her, and the sort of all the back and forth. So here is that part where they go through what Britney or what Jamie Lynn had on her phone from Britney.
In the book, you provide a text message that basically clears your name, Jamie Lynn.
Yeah, and I wish that she would share that.
Can you read the text? Can you pull out your phone and read the text?
I mean, why not? I mean, you know what? Everybody else gets to go on social media and say whatever the F way they want. I might as well just actually say something truthful.
And you're saying that you have a text from your sister that's clearing
And
your
like
name.
what breaks my heart is like we were talking about the kids and stuff, and like I thought things were cool, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, I wake up to a hate message on social media, and I'm just like, what's going on? I think the most one that she says to me, I know it's not your fault, and I'm sorry for being so angry at you. Although I'm your big sister, I need you more than you need me and always have. Which I feel like I've always needed her, but I don't understand how this could be said 1 minute and then the next minute I'm like kind of being attacked on social media, but I just don't understand why even say this to me.
And then they get into the fact that Britney unfollowed her on.
It's the biggest shade move you could pull.
I know, on social. So here you go with that.
It's so painful for me to like feel the up and downs of like she'll message me she's sorry and that she knows I had nothing to do with this, and then we'll kind of like shoot the for a minute, and then like 2 days later I'm like, I don't understand. And then she won't talk to me for a while, and then I'll get a message that she's sending in stuff to the house, and I'm like, I don't understand. And so on a whole nother level, what people need to understand is like this is personally hard for me because this is a person I love who is like effing with my heart a little bit, and now my actual life.
You have this text from your sister, you have these texts that you're showing me, and then she unfollows you on Instagram. Why did she unfollow you?
For me, it felt like, why would you want to give them another story to write about this?
Did you ask her?
No, I'm not. I can't at this point engage in something that has become so unhealthy for me. What good is that going to do?
And I know that Jamie Lynn has a story to tell, all of that stuff, but she's trying to distance herself from saying that this is all about Britney or it's Britney's story, but just her reaction to Britney's story. And the one thing that was pointed out is Jamie Lynn Spears' book is 240 pages long. Mm-hmm. The word Britney and sister appear in that book, which is 240 pages long, 348 times.
Oh, my God. Title of your book should just be called "This Book is About Britney."
Yeah, exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh man, they're making a sequel to The Christmas Story. You ever watch that movie? Mm-mm. The one with the Red Ryder BB gun?
The what?
It's a classic. You've never seen A Christmas Story?
No.
How have you never seen A Christmas Story?
Just never seen it.
That's wild to me.
The one where they stick their tongue on the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Triple Dog Dare You? No, you've never seen A Christmas Story with a leg lamp?
What?
Never mind. Wow. Okay.
Really?
So,
a leg lamp?
Yeah. Okay, don't worry about it.
How can you celebrate Christmas and not have seen that?
Yeah. Also, so what's happening is they're making a sequel to it. So the movie came out in 1983, but it took place in like the 40s, I think.
That's
something
right.
like
Yeah.
that.
Sounds real fun.
Oh my God. God. Anyway, they're making a sequel, and Peter Billingsley, who played Ralphie in the movie, is going to act as the producer for it. He's the one who also acted as producer when they brought A Christmas Story to Broadway and adapted it as a musical. Variety reports that the film will, quote, see an adult Ralphie return to his house on Cleveland Street to deliver his kids a magical Christmas like the one he had growing up. So exactly what you would expect from a sequel for a Christmas movie when everybody's all grown.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm not looking. It's a classic.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah. How have you not even accidentally watched that movie? That's what I want to know.
Do they show it on TV every year?
Every year, every channel.
I
like,
have
all the time.
never, ever, when I turn on my Rogers Ignite during the holidays, I have never seen in the guide, what's it called?
A Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story.
Really?
I see everything else. I see Christmas with the Cranks. I see Elf like a billion times.
Yeah. A Christmas Story is in that world. So when you talk Christmas movies, right?
Yeah.
You have like Elf,
I see
Scrooge,
the Santa Claus.
National Lampoon's Christmas, like sort of those.
All of that shows up on my guide.
But I'm going to tell you, within that group, A Christmas Story is in that group.
This is a cult classic.
It's not a fringe film. Like it's a very mainstream.
Oh, so not
film.
cult classic then, Maury?
No, but everyone flocks to the house every year. Like the actual house.
Yeah, so it's popular.
Yeah, cult classic.
It's not cult. You don't even know what cult classic means, man.
No idea.
Anyway, I can't wait for the sequel.
Yeah, no, but I was going to say I'm not looking forward to it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Andrew Garfield can now officially add his name to the long list of Hollywood stars who have lied about appearing in superhero movies. We've talked about this numerous times. Sorry, not Tom Holland. What's his name I'm looking for? Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Because Andrew Garfield, the story was that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were going to be back in Spider-Man. And spoiler alert, they were.
Oh, man.
Stop it.
No, listen. Can I just say?
What?
Up until when you mention it right now,
Yeah.
I was still in the dark about everything that happened.
How?
Because I haven't watched a movie yet.
Yeah, but it's unavoidable, though. He's talking about it on Ellen.
Well, yeah, I know that now.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so spoiler alert.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Because last month, and I actually believed Andrew Garfield when he said this last month.
It's Andrew Garfield playing Spider-Man again. Yeah. Oh, you almost got me. No, I'm not. Crying out loud. But I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the next movie because I just love them.
Yeah. Okay. So,
friggin' liar.
So everybody from Benedict Cumberbatch to Tatiana Maslany to Jason Momoa lied for years that he was Aquaman, and then only be able to say it, way long after the fact. Like it's just what they do. And so this is Andrew Garfield talking about who knew and how difficult it was to keep this lie going for so long.
You had to lie to so many people. How long did it take to make the movie? It was like a couple of years, right? How many years did you lie to people?
That is an unfair framing. It was, I lied to people for a good 2 years, and I lied to the internet for 2 years, and it felt great.
Who knew? Besides your agent, who knew that you were doing this? I mean, how hard is that to keep it to... it's your family knew?
Yeah, my dad, my brother.
Okay.
And my mother at the time, and just kind of us. It was fun to keep it secret. Because when you're planning a surprise birthday party for someone, and they're like, I hate surprises, tell me, is the party happening? No, seriously, Ellen, don't mess around, because I actually hate surprises, and I can see on your face, you're just like, I'm not going to tell you, Mother Hubbard, you're not going to know. So it felt like I was part of organizing a surprise birthday party for a bunch of people who I knew would appreciate it.
Everyone appreciated it. We loved seeing you in it.
Oh, man.
There you go.
See, the thing is, theaters are still closed, so I can't go.
Yeah.
I can't watch a movie.
Fair enough.
Is there anywhere else I can watch a movie?
I don't know. Maury,
the drive-in.
Are drive-ins open right now?
Yeah, the one at 1,000. What is it? 1,000.
But you got to keep your heat on the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to sit in
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
You got to just drive to Prince Edward County.
No, but no. I'm like, you don't go to the drive-in.
Is there no
when it's
way I can watch
15.
from the comfort of my own home?
Well, no.
Okay.
No, there is not.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, cops north of Toronto are still looking for that guy who stuffed an $8,000 guitar down his pants and walked out of a music store.
What?
So yeah,
How big were his pants?
I know. I put you start thinking about like how big of a thing could you put down your pants, right?
Hey.
And even like
Shut up, Shem.
Shut up, Shem. And even the most sort of like confident man, I don't think would say that he could fit a guitar down there.
Was he wearing mod robes?
No, he just had like khakis on and a hoodie. And so he was sitting in this music store at Cosmo. It's a place called Cosmo Music. And he was playing a 60th anniversary 1959 Les Paul Standard, which is worth $8,000. And so he's playing it on his knee, right? There's a security video of it. So this happened like back in December, but they just released late last week the security video of this guy stealing the guitar.
Okay.
So he's playing the guitar on his knee, right? And then he leans back. And he takes the neck of the guitar, right? So he leans back and he pushes that back and then opens his pants and shoves the neck of the guitar all the way down his pants and then opens his hoodie and wraps his hoodie around the body part of the guitar and puts it against his chest and zips up his hoodie and I guess walks out with a limp.
What?
Right? And he walked right out of the store, and I guess there was one of his buddies was in a car waiting for him, and I don't know what he did, just like lie down in the back seat or something, and then off they went.
How do they not have security tags?
On a guitar?
Yeah.
Like, what do you... like?
Hang it off a string.
Well, then you can't play it.
Yeah, you can test it.
Or off the top where you the twiddly things.
Like screw it on there?
No, you can't do that.
Or a sticker like they put in books.
No. A sticker on an $8,000 guitar? You're going to put a sticker on like a wood finish that some guy probably spent months perfecting?
Then you'd still have your guitar.
You're going to put a sticker, here's your $8,000 guitar and Goo Gone. Take care of it yourself. Please.
No rub too hard.
Right? Anyway, you got to see this video. It is wild, man. It's absolutely wild.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, so Batman, the Batman, my bad. Spoiler alert. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Andrew Garfield's in it?
No. It's going to come in at 2 hours and 55 minutes, including, I believe, 8 minutes worth of credits. So you're looking at an almost 3 hour movie. So you're looking at 2:45.
Sure, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like I watched Endgame. That was 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. But with Endgame, though, like you knew all the characters and you knew where it was going. And this was like the culmination. This is all brand new Batman with a brand new Batman coming in at almost 3 hours long. Is that too long?
Not when you binge like 6 episodes of a show in one sitting.
I know this is different though.
You're in a different state of mind. Okay. I will watch that show, I will watch that movie. Is it theaters only?
Theaters
or is it going to be
It'll be theaters
streamer?
only. Yeah, it'll be theaters only.
See, if it was streaming, then yes, I would. If it's in theaters, chances are I won't.
And I know that anything over 2 hours, theaters, they sort of add one less showing per day to a movie. But what they wind up doing is studios love making longer movies because then it puts theaters in a position to put the film in multiple cinemas.
Right.
Right. So you actually
get start times.
You actually get more showings.
Yeah.
So you would get less showings if it was like 90 minutes than you would if it was 3 hours.
See, if they did like an intermission halfway through.
Intermission? Yeah, I don't know how I get labeled the old one on here where you need an intermission in a Batman movie. Like, how am I the old one? I don't even have that. I don't even want an intermission in movies. I'm not at movie intermission time yet.
Yeah, but you don't go to movie theaters anyway.
Fair enough.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, NFL yesterday. What a wild day. My God.
Was it ever crazy? Let's talk some football, everybody.
And once again, fans are calling for a complete overhaul of the overtime rules, especially after that Kansas City-Buffalo game.
Oh, Bills Mafia hella mad today.
So the way that it works is overtime possession is determined by a coin toss, right? And the rules are that if the team that gets first possession scores a touchdown, then the game is over. If they kick a field goal, then the other team can get the ball and try and get a touchdown. But if they score a touchdown on that first possession of having it within 4 downs, then they win the game. And so the opposing team, their offense never even gets a chance to touch the ball. right? So their quarterback is sitting on a bench while overtime happens, and they're not given the opportunity to sort of come back. So it's the coin toss that a lot of people have a huge problem with, because when you get the coin toss at the beginning of the game, it determines whether you want to receive the ball, right? But it's then reciprocated at the beginning of the third quarter for the other team. So it evens out, right? But when you go into overtime, you're basically starting that first quarter again. You're basically starting a new game again, and the other team never gets that advantage.
And all of us football fans are mad, right, Shem?
No, not really.
You're not at
you
all?
know what? Listen, I know
Wow.
Buffalo fans are really upset, but you know what? If you watch that game, Buffalo let Kansas City march right down the field in 13 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what Roz said. It made no sense.
That's because you're not a football fan like us.
Yeah.
Go Maurie.
Yeah. So do you want to break the game down for people, Mocha? Yeah?
It
Oh, I'm so
was-
scared. I thought he meant me.
It was just it was a heartbreaker from the start.
Yeah.
This is not the season we planned for.
No.
Bills, listen, we didn't go through all those tables
No.
for nothing.
No.
Right? Just to
No.
get to this point,
You're right.
they're gonna have to change the rules.
Yeah.
Tables.
Yeah. And the
See, you don't know more.
and your quarterback, Mocha, you got to feel bad for him, right?
Oh, he didn't get to show his true work.
Who?
The Mafia.
The guy?
Monster Mafia.
Yeah, no,
That's what we
but-
call him in the streets.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Mother Mafia?
Yeah, Monster Mafia.
Monster Mafia?
Yeah, because he's got that
Okay.
arm,
Okay,
right?
I got
Got that long arm.
I got you.
That strong arm.
See, the hardcore fans like Mocha just are not going to stand for this much longer.
Not at all. Look, you see all those tables out there? I'm about to jump through all of them.
Oh, my God.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How bad is the housing situation in and around the city of Toronto? My God. So the Toronto Real Estate Board reported that there are currently active listings, and December and January are always low for listings. But there are currently 3,232 active listings in the GTA. Last year, there was 7,892. So there's a lot of houses that are just not on the market. Because of this, houses, I'm reading this article here, some houses outside of Toronto are scheduling showings. So they'll put the house up for sale. They're scheduling 200 showings for a single house.
Yeah, I believe it.
Then when it comes to offers, one house northwest of the city had 100 offers on it.
No.
100 offers.
Wow.
It was listed for $849, sold for $1.25. 100 offers.
My mother-in-law is currently, or has been for the past like 2 years, looking for a new place.
Right.
There's one place that her real estate agent had sent to her, right?
Yeah.
And I guess she called him like an hour or 2 hours after the listing went up.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, I'd like to go see this house. And the agent said, I'm sorry, but the house already sold.
In an hour?
It sold within like the first 2 hours that it went up.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's like concert tickets.
Yeah, it is. Houses are like, you're right, more. Houses are front row seats to your favorite show.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. But there's no scalpers who can, get you.
No.
Like it doesn't work that way.
Do you know, I get every week in the mail, we get a real estate agent sending us a letter trying to buy our place.
Telling you how much your condo's worth?
No, like literally saying, are you interested in selling?
Yeah. It's crazy because there's nothing available for anyone.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So JoJo Siwa doing a show over the weekend celebrating the 1 year when she came out to fans. So this is JoJo Siwa at one of her shows.
A year ago today, I posted a picture that changed my life. And it was me wearing a t-shirt. It said, best gay cousin ever. That shirt changed my life. Because that's how I told the internet that I was gay. I didn't know how I wanted to tell the world. So I started off by making a video of me singing one of my favorite songs, Born This Way. The reason why I love that song so much is because it says, no matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive.
And so over on Instagram, she had that best gay cousin ever shirt on again. And she said, in the last 365 days, I felt more love than ever. A year ago today, I posted this picture and shared with the world that I was gay. She goes on to say, I get asked a lot, was coming out scary for you? The answer is yes, of course. Anything that's different about you is scary. However, it's what makes me me. So I had no fear with sharing it with the world. She goes on to say, please never forget that no matter who you are, what you look like, who you love, that you are absolutely perfect. Thank you for showing me the most love throughout this year and throughout my entire life. I love y'all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Some more information on why Adele might have canceled her residency shows in Vegas. She put out a video last week saying that because of COVID and because of scheduling, and she had a lot of people out, that there just wasn't enough time to get the show together. Now it's being reported that the show was heading for disaster after it was known that there had been, quote, explosive arguments happening between Adele and her set designer, Esmeralda Devlin. Now, they've worked together in the past on tour, so they did have that working relationship. But they say this, in spite of the set costing millions to put together, Adele was unhappy with the result, and she made her feelings very clear to Esmeralda. She goes on to say, Adele was already nervous about the falling out center, but she was already nervous in the falling out center, spiraling into panic because she was desperate that everything should be perfect. And there was no need for clarity around Adele, what she wanted the show to be sort of set in stone. But there was endless changes being made on both sides. They say the set list they couldn't nail down, which caused everybody else to sort of be delayed. And they say that it seems that while she has performed a stripped back, while she prefers a stripped back performance, she was under some pressure to come up with a more sort of Vegas style extravaganza. And one of those things that was released is Adele likes to sort of concentrate on the voice. She's on stage. It's a very intimate show. And I guess the production wanted to put her with a 60-member choir to sing Skyfall, while Adele wanted it to be a sort of more low-key.
It's Vegas, right?
Yeah, so things had not been going well, according to insiders. But anyway, she canceled those shows, and I guess I'll get them back up and running.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Cardi B has been awarded a total of $1.25 million in damages by a federal jury in Atlanta, Georgia yesterday after they found YouTuber Latasha Kebe, who goes by the name Tasha K on YouTube, guilty on the claims of defamation, false light, and emotional distress. So Cardi receives $1 million in general damages and $250,000 in medical expenses for that total. Cardi filed the lawsuit in 2019 accusing Kebe of attempting to defame her with dozens of YouTube videos where she made salacious allegations, including that Cardi B has herpes. Out there making videos like that. Cardi took to the stand and revealed that the allegations made her, quote, extremely suicidal. According to Billboard, Cardi testified that she felt helpless and she developed fatigue, anxiety, weight loss, and migraines over the ordeal. When she was on the stand, Cardi testified saying that only an evil person could do this, SHI. And then apologized to the judge for her language.
Of course she did. Now, that's the one part of her testimony that I would love to hear.
I know. I don't think any of it was televised, like even on Court TV and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't seen any clips, but yes, I would love to see all of that on public record.
Judge, I apologize.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know if you saw the clip where Joe Biden was his mic was still live, then he called a Fox News reporter a stupid SOB. What? So what happened was Biden was doing a press conference, and as they were wrapping it up, Peter Doocy asked when they're walking out and then people just start shouting questions, right? So Peter Doocy from Fox News asked if the president was worried that rising inflation had become a political liability. And as they were ushering them out, so you'll hear the clip and then you'll hear Biden sort of under his breath as they're all walking out of the building.
Do you think inflation is a political liability?
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
He was President Biden was like 2 seconds from putting up his dukes.
Challenging
the man to a fight.
And later on Fox News, Peter Doocy had this to say.
Somebody shouted out a question about Russia, and the president said, I'm not going to take questions right now about anything off topic. So I shouted out, what about inflation? Do you think inflation is a political liability in the midterms? And then he said that, and I couldn't even hear him because people were shouting at us to get out. But somebody came up to me in the briefing room a few minutes later and said, did you hear what the president said? And I said, no, what? They said, he called you a stupid SOB. And I said, did he say SOB? And the person said, no.
So later yesterday afternoon, I guess what happened was that Biden then called Peter Doocy personally. And so Peter Doocy said within about an hour of that exchange, he called my cell phone and he said that, quote, it's nothing personal, pal. He goes on to say that I made sure to tell him that I was going to try and ask something different than what everybody else is asking. And he said, you've got to. And that's a quote from the president. So I'll keep doing it. And then Doocy added that he appreciated that Biden had, quote, cleared the air despite all this stuff going on in the world. And he called it a nice call. So I guess that's all patched up now. Could you imagine, like, because you know he still thinks he's an SOB, right? But because you're the president, you got to call that SOB and apologize.
And Biden's probably sitting there like rolling his eyes while he's having this conversation.
Right. Like, you know, when you were a kid and there was that one kid, maybe you didn't have it, I don't know, that your mom like was maybe friends with their mom and they made you two play together. And the kid was an absolute terror. But like one time you said something, one of the moms overheard it and then made you apologize.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden everything was your fault and you had to apologize to that kid.
But Ma,
you don't
for
know.
real, you don't know this kid. He really is a little SOB.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Got some great questions to get through today. Hello, Jazz. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, thank you.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
We're doing great. Where do you listen to the Roz and Mocha Show from?
From Kitchener.
Nice.
We've actually spoken many times, Mocha. My birthday is May 4th.
Oh, nice. May the 4th be with you.
Hello Kitty alarm clock. Roz ripped on me for it.
Oh, wow.
Probably. Sounds like something I'd do.
Now, do we know each other from when I worked out in Kitchener at all?
Yeah, 91.5 The Beat.
Yeah. Did you ever call in when I was on the radio out there?
No. Funny story, though. I was starting a job, and I was really excited. I was starting it in Kitchener, and I was really excited because I knew that the radio station was still in downtown Kitchener. And then when I got there for my first day, I was like, oh, my God, maybe I'll run into, like, Mocha. And then I looked, and there was a sign saying that you guys had moved to the new location on Sports World.
Oh, okay.
So this was when, Mocha?
When we moved, so what the era that Jazz is talking about was like early 2009.
Okay, so just
but
sort
I was in Kitchener from 04 or like late 03 up until the summer of 09.
Gotcha. So for anybody unfamiliar with the sort of geography here, Kitchener is how far outside of Toronto?
Like an hour and a half.
Okay, ish, right?
Yeah.
And like college town, university town?
University
right?
town. Big university
Okay.
town.
Blackberry Town.
Yes, that's right. Blackberry.
Yeah.
That's where, thank you, Maurie. That's where Blackberry was, their headquarters was. And so this is 2009, and you were there for how long?
I was there for like 5.5 years.
Really? That was a long time.
Yeah.
It's a very long time.
You had long hair then.
Did you have long hair then?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. I kept it.
Awesome.
Yeah. When I moved from Toronto to Kitchener, I kept the long hair.
When did you cut it?
I don't know, like, I was still in Kitchener. I think 08 maybe, or 07.
Oh, really? So like not that long before we started doing this show.
You look way better without it.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
So what's your question?
What is something you know about yourself that you think is normal, but other people might see it as a deal breaker?
That other people might see it as a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I'm sure Maury has a long list.
Go for it, Maury.
I was gonna. My mind immediately went to picking my nose. Like, I think it's normal. And I'm not trying to be silly or goof on the question.
Yeah.
Picking your nose is definitely normal, but like the way you pick your nose and where you store those boogers afterwards
that's the thing.
is not normal.
Thank you, Mocha, very much. It's not the fact that you pick your nose would be the deal breaker. It's that after you pick your nose, you take your finger and you put it down your pants and you rub the booger on the inside of the waistband of your boxers.
And yet my husband is still with me.
Yeah, God.
Sorry, what'd you say, Jazz?
And then he continues to wear that underwear.
I know, for like 5 days
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
For several days.
Do you have one of these, Jazz? Do you have something that you think is normal, but other people may see it as a deal breaker?
I do. And the reason why I asked this question is because I'm in the dating world.
Yeah.
And I think it's completely normal. And Mocha might probably hate me after this. And Maurie too, actually. But I don't like dogs.
Oh, really? Why?
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. For as long as I can remember, I just don't like dogs. And then dog people keep throwing their dogs at me, and they're like, "No, you should like them." And it's like, I'm allowed to have my opinion. I'm entitled to not like something, and dogs is something that I won't compromise. They try convincing me so hard that I should be a dog person, and it's like, you know what? People who hate birds, like, they're very adamant that they hate birds. People who hate cats are very adamant that they hate cats. So why can't I not like dogs?
Fair enough.
All right,
Fair enough.
that's fine.
I'll tell you, for me, like the fact that I don't travel, I think would be a deal breaker for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't, because I just don't enjoy it. I will, but it's a lot to get me to leave and go anywhere.
I think that the fact that you never lose in an argument is also a deal breaker.
Well, no, I've lost in plenty of arguments.
Like, you're way too good at conversation.
No, I think there's a, jeez. Like, that's a deal breaker for somebody? Like, you're really good at conversation?
You know how to speak well.
Like, I know the world has changed, but I don't think that's now a deal breaker for people if you're good at conversation.
My God.
But I would say, me not traveling, also...
I wonder if
also the fact, like, because right now my life is very, very different, right? But I would say that, like, if I was single right now, if something happened, God forbid, and then I was sort of single, I think that my would be deal breakers, my absolute reluctance to travel anywhere, and then I also think the fact that I like having a bedtime. Right? I like going to bed, if I can, 7 days a week, at the same time, 11 o'clock.
But you would probably travel with your new girl, wouldn't you?
What's that?
You would travel with your new girlfriend.
No.
Like, off the beginning of it, just to sort of, you know.
I have, no.
court her.
First of all, I would not even have a new girl. Like, that is just, like, it just would never happen. Right? Like, there's no, and if I did, I just wouldn't travel. Like, I would not do it. Like, I travel with Catherine because I love her more than anything. Right?
But you despise it. You hate it.
I despise traveling. Yeah, like, despise it. And to me, that's a deal breaker. Like, I have no appreciation for things. You know, I don't want to see art. Right? Like, I have honestly, I have no appreciation for it. It's lost on me. I don't. It's not that I hate it. I'll never call somebody stupid for spending their money on going to see stuff like this. I appreciate when other people, like if Roxy goes to a museum or something like this and comes back and she's all fired up because it was such, like, a beautiful experience for her, it breaks my heart. I love it so much that she can experience that. I don't have that thing. Right. I have very little appreciation.
Maybe you just haven't gone with the right
things.
person.
Like, I've gone to beautiful cities.
Yeah.
I would much rather sit in a hotel room than get out and walk around.
Or, like, go chill on a beach.
Oh my God! If somebody says to me, "Okay, so tomorrow we're going to get up and explore," I'm always like, "Oh my God, I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake."
Wow.
You?
Deal breaker? I don't, like, Monday to Thursday, my bedtime is like a hard 7:30.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's
Like-
hard. That's
like between
hard.
Like, I went to bed late last night, and late
Yeah.
for me was 8 p.m.
Wow. Yeah, that's very difficult to God, that's tough.
Like, because you can't, it's very difficult to live a life, an evening life like that, right?
yeah.
Hey, Jazz, this has been great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know if we asked you the last time, but between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Mocha, you know that's an easy win. It's you. I was hoping we would run into each other.
Hey, well, maybe, where are you now? Are you still in Kitchener?
I'm still in Kitchener, yeah.
All right, well, I make a yearly trip out there.
All right. Maybe St. Jacobs.
Oh, I love St. Jacobs. Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for being part of the podcast.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I was going to add
Bye.
stamp collecting to the list as well.
That's not a deal breaker, though, I don't think. Do you think that's a deal breaker?
I don't think so.
You know,
I would say if you had an incredible pornography collection.
I did.
Right. But yeah.
Up until when?
Up until when?
No, once it became online, I got rid of all of the VHS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now he's just got all his bookmarks.
Yeah, I know.
We just threw out Matthew's collection of DVDs yesterday.
Really?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. He was going through the DVDs underneath the TV for some reason.
Yeah.
And we got rid of the all of his DVD adult video collection.
Yeah.
And
You
my
kept those in the living room?
Yeah.
Next to the Harry Potter movies?
I was just going to say, and the Harry Potters.
Hold on here.
Okay, yo, if I bleep, right, can you recite some of the titles of these?
No, you don't have to bleep. It's easy. Cookies and cream.
Oh.
Cookies and cream.
Uh-huh.
What's the plot line of that one?
I don't know the plot.
Yeah, like who does it star? I need to know
A
these
white man
things.
and a black man.
Oh, I gotcha.
What
Was that Matthew's thing? Like
I
is that,
never watched these ones.
But this was obviously Matthew's, right?
That one, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you saw the guy,
Right. Which guy?
the black one.
Oh. So
Shem raising his hands
I
in victory.
know.
What other titles? You only gave one. You
That's
said
the only one I remember,
That's the only
honestly.
one, Cookies and cream.
okay.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
like the
I think
anthology.
the other one was Manhunt, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. What?
All right.
Representation, Shem. Right?
Trying to be all inclusive.
You know what I mean?
All right, here.
Hollywood has fought hard for this, man.
Shem's gone. He's on the floor.
Real hard. All right, Matt Tarbs asks, is chocolate considered candy?
Yes.
It's a great follow-up.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's not.
Yeah. Was that also one of Matthew's DVDs? Is chocolate considered candy?
Find out.
I'm going to say it is not candy. It is a treat, but it is not. To me, candy is like those gummy, sugary things.
Yeah, but chocolate is still full of sugar.
But you see, you find chocolate more often than not in the cookie section, not the candy section.
No, you find chocolate with all the candies.
I think that you're thinking of there's chocolate and then there's chocolate, right? Like I never grew up I grew up with candy bars, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a chocolate bar was a candy bar. Like a Mirage covered in chocolate or no matter what was on the inside, it was always the outside that was chocolate. I've always treated chocolate as a candy because I don't bake, right? So I never have chocolate in the house for anything. Like I know chocolate is an ingredient and you can use it in a bunch of different things, but when it comes right down to it, if I told my kid no candy, right?
That includes chocolate.
And if I came in and she was eating a Aero bar, I would be like, yo, I said no candy. She'd be like, chocolate's not a candy. That's not acceptable.
Yeah.
So wait,
No,
so you're saying a
chocolate is candy.
Toblerone is candy?
Yes.
Yes.
I disagree.
What about M&M's?
Oh, that's a good call. But see, I would say Hershey's Kisses are not. Toblerone
didn't
is
ask you
not.
that.
But
I
I would
said
say
M&Ms.
M&Ms are
Or what?
candy.
And what's inside
because
of
they're
an M&M?
candy coated.
What's inside of an M&M?
Chocolate, but it's candy coated.
Even still.
Okay, so what's a Mars bar?
To me, a Mars bar is a chocolate bar. It is not candy.
But you wouldn't consider that candy?
No.
No,
Really?
I do.
I don't.
Wow.
RP asks, what is your favorite sauce to dip nuggets into?
Ooh, plum sauce.
Really?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Too sweet.
Yeah, I don't like plum sauce.
I would say like a barbecue hot sauce mix.
So wait a second. Are we
my
talking the only sauces available at McDonald's, or are we talking if we
I
bring
didn't know
nuggets home and you can go to your own fridge?
Yeah, I guess that.
You can go to your own fridge.
Yeah.
Then I will always.
Because I always like a barbecue base.
Yeah.
But then I like spice to it, so I add hot sauce.
Right. I will always do a double dip of mayo and then whatever hot sauce I'm having at the time.
Horseradish, too.
Horseradish?
Ew,
Yeah.
what?
On a McNugget?
Yes.
You're disgusting.
What do you like?
It's a Jewish thing.
Do you dip McNuggets?
No, horseradish.
Oh.
No, my people did not create nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
McMatzah.
Copyright that.
Yeah. Okay, so Maury does horseradish.
Or plum sauce, yes.
Yeah, plum sauce is gross. Catherine likes plum sauce. I can't
I don't
deal
mind it. I
It's
just find it a
too-
little too sweet.
Yeah. We ordered Shem, what is yours, first of all?
I got to go with mocha. Barbecue and like a hot sauce mix for me, for sure.
See, I even find barbecue too sweet.
Has anyone said honey mustard?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Oh, then honey mustard.
Yeah, that's Catherine's too. She really likes. She makes her own honey mustard.
Oh, yeah?
Barbecue sauce generally is too sweet for me, unless it's like a special, like certain kinds of barbecue sauces I don't find sweet, but so many barbecue sauces
Is
I find sweet.
would you consider HP barbecue sauce?
Well, no, it's a
HP
steak sauce
though.
because it's more of a dipping sauce. It's not like you wouldn't slather HP on something and cook it, right? But I do love HP though. Oh my God, I love HP.
Wait, but you like something else too. There's another hot sauce that you like that you swear by. It has like a green lid or something.
A green lid?
Or like all the stores were sold out. It's
Was it Nerpies?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that it?
Nerpies, and that's like they're a local company too,
They are.
and I can't find their stuff anywhere anymore.
Really?
No,
They follow you.
Do they?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Do they really?
Shout out to
Oh man,
Nerpies.
I got to write these guys because there's two. They do two bottles. One is a gold top bottle, and one is a red top bottle. And the red top bottle is one of the best hot sauces I have ever had in my life. I put it like it is so perfect. And then the gold bottle is it's a different flavor, different spices, different peppers, and it's a completely different flavor profile. Not quite as hot, but still so delicious. Like it is by far those two hot sauces, and I've had hundreds of hot sauces.
No, man, you just go to their website and order stuff.
Yeah, I know. Who's got time for that, though?
Apparently,
I'm on the website right now. All I have to do is click add to cart.
Really?
Dude, you go to Amazon and buy 5 shirts.
Okay.
Yo, you represent by a Nerpies t-shirt too.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. No, their hot sauces are great though. They did a real great job on whoever came up with those flavor profiles. They're really, really delicious.
Nerpy did.
Nerpy. Who's Nerpy? Is that a guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's awesome.
Okay, Rachel has a great question.
Yeah.
And I know the way everyone in this room is going to answer, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Go.
Magnets on a fridge. Do you have them? If so, what do you have displayed on your fridge? Now, I know that you, Roz, have a completely empty fridge. No magnets, nothing on it. That's my assumption.
Okay.
And I assume, damn it, Maurie's fridge is littered with fridge magnets.
I will say this, that my fridge does not have magnets because magnets don't stick to my fridge.
Why?
Don't know.
What kind of fridge do you have?
Stainless steel?
And the
Wait,
magnets
is
don't
stainless
stick?
steel not magnetic?
No, it doesn't stick.
Then
Magnets
I'm
don't
no
stick.
longer buying that.
I have two pictures that are, so we have the sort of logo at the top sticks off a little bit where it just reads, I don't know, Gen Air or something like that. And then there's two pictures that are stuffed behind that are poking at the top. One of Catherine and Roxy, and then whatever Roxy's current school year picture is.
Aw.
And so those are on the top. But as far as magnets go, zero.
Damn it, Maury.
So we have several Mariah magnets, several Andy Warhol magnets. But then I also, on the entire top, I found where you can get, I guess, sleeves for Polaroid pictures. And so, because I love taking, my rule is when you come and visit, you have to do a selfie, a Polaroid selfie, and then I put them on the fridge. So the fridge is
I
covered
needed
with
another reason to never go to your place.
So
man.
let me guess. On
You know what I mean?
on your fridge, you have one photo then.
No, there's tons of
Yeah,
family
tons.
selfies on
I gotta,
Polaroids
like,
and
you go
pictures
to-
of Andy.
You go to Maury's house, they make you rule.
I
The
know.
rule is
It's like our guest
you come in here, like the rule is you
So
got
when
to
your
pose for a
dad-
selfie, and then it winds up on the fridge forever.
So when your dad shows up, like, does he have to then pose for a picture?
There's already 2 of him, so that's enough.
So wow, so your dad
Rude.
visited twice.
Yeah.
How long you guys lived in that condo?
12
Like
years.
12 years? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Frank only went there twice.
Wow.
How many other photos do you have on there? Your friend Amanda? I assume?
So there's Amanda one. There's a Susan one, which is Matthew's friend. There's my legal guardian Susie. There's 2 of her. There's 2 of my family with Frank. There's like 5 of Andy. There's Matthew's mom.
What about all the times your friends came over?
Next question.
Oh.
Come on, man.
What?
You know the answer to that. Just for the record, we do not have
You do
any
not.
magnets.
No.
No.
Shem, do you have magnets on your fridge?
Yeah, we've got like bottle opener magnets.
Oh, yeah.
on the
Classic.
fridge,
But you don't
right?
drink.
No, yeah, but you know,
guests.
can still have it
Speaking
there.
of which, if you, I know we're on the podcast now, but on the radio station, I was hearing these commercials you're doing for, was it
Dry Feb.
Dry Feb?
That's right.
But you don't
They
drink.
picked the one guy that doesn't
So
drink.
it's easy.
They picked the wrong guy.
You know what I mean?
Easy to do that.
Yeah, you don't drink. And Shem's like,
Shem represent.
yeah, Sam's like, my family, we're really going to try hard. You know? Forever.
Guys, it's been so hard.
Guys, we're really making a conscious effort to not, to like be one with ourselves and not drink and fab. And I'm like, that guy's never had a drink in his life.
I will say, at my parents' house, the fridge, you can't even see.
Oh, really?
You can't see
It's all just
anything
stuff.
on the fridge. It is just full of magnets and like places that they visited, or majority of the magnets are photo holders, right? So it's just like
Gotcha.
pictures
Yeah.
all over.
Sure.
And much like Shem, there's like 2 or 3 bottle openers on there. But they've run out of, my parents at their place, they've run out of space on the front of the fridge.
Right.
So the side that's showing, they have that covered.
That's
with,
where we have the garbage pickup calendar for some reason.
with magnets.
Yeah. Jeez.
We'll do one more here.
Sure.
Caitlin says, what's one thing your partner loves that you wish you loved as much?
What is one thing that my partner loves? that
almond
I
milk
wish-
and oat milk.
Oh, yeah, totally. All those stupid milks.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Almond and
all of
oat.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Because we have too many milks in the fridge now.
Same.
Right? Too many
Oh my
goddamn
God.
milks.
So much.
And Catherine, so here's the other thing too. So Catherine is the coconut milk, right? She's not almond. She was on almond for a while. She's off the almond. So in my, like when you go to my house, right? So you get the giant 2-liter thing of coconut milk, unsweetened, plain. But then you also have open cans of coconut milk that are in the fridge all the time. Because she scoops out the coconut milk stuff from a can and puts it in stuff. Right? So my fridge is overflowing with coconut milk, open cans, and she leaves the spoon in the can and puts it in the fridge, right?
Not cool.
You know what I mean? Not cool. And then I spill it. It goes all over everything, and then I got to clean it up. But so, yeah, I'm with you on this. If we could streamline our milks, my life would be so much better.
You know what Jenna did yesterday?
What's that?
She made her own almond milk.
No, that's extra. That's
How do you
too
do
much.
that?
Yeah, she got a machine. I got her one for Christmas. She
You
really
did?
wanted, yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought her one for
Wait, you
Christmas.
crush an almond till it becomes a juice?
No, sorry, not all. You can make almond milk. No, yesterday it was either almond or oat. Anyway,
Yeah,
it
one of
didn't-
them.
It didn't taste.
No, it's disgusting.
And then I tried it, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's great, honey.
I will say that Catherine and I would probably be able to share a lot more if I like dessert.
Oh,
because
okay,
she
yeah.
likes to bake and she loves dessert. I never. It's just not me, right?
I
It's just
would,
not my thing.
I'd get along with Catherine very
Yeah,
well. then.
I'm sure.
I love desserts.
Yeah. No, I don't. Maury?
I was going to say shopping for clothing.
Meaning?
Matthew loves going to like Winners or Zara and stuff to look at clothes. I hate it.
You
Oh, you don't like going shopping?
I hate clothing shopping.
I never, you know what, Maury, looking at you, you would never think that you were a guy
I know,
that hated
right?
that hated shopping.
Tell me about it.
Wow, so
everything Maury wears, it looks like, you know, when you walk into a store, right? If you walked into every single store you ever went into, and immediately, as soon as you set your foot in, you turn to the left and grab the first thing, right? Like nothing would match, probably wouldn't even be your size, right? Like that's
never is.
Maury's entire wardrobe is like 1 foot in, turn to the left, grab the first thing you see, right?
and gone.
Hey, what's the deal with your jeans, Maury? Because Maury bought Wranglers off Amazon, and how much were they again? $39?
$36.
$36 Wrangler jeans
With
off
like
Amazon.
100,000 comments, he said.
Yeah, and they were so awful. Like they just didn't look good on you at all. And does Matthew allow you to still wear those?
Yeah.
Are you wearing them today?
But he bought me jeans for Christmas to replace these.
Yeah, why?
Well, he said, you know, they're ugly, they're awful.
Yeah.
You know, you're
They just don't fit.
No, they don't.
I mean-
Catherine saw Maury's jeans and said that those are jeans for people who have given up on their bum.
So wait, so
There's no hope.
what kind of jeans did Matthew get for you?
He got me he spent $100 on designer jeans.
Really?
What's the brand? What's the brand?
Was it not Tommy Hilfiger, the other guy?
Oh, hey, you know
Oh,
what?
Timmy Hilfiger.
Yeah. Tony. Yeah.
Tony Hilfiger.
Yeah.
No, the not Calvin Harris, the other guy.
Timothy Hall Monitor.
Timothy Chalamet.
Calvin Klein?
Yeah, that one.
Oh. I went.
How do you forget Calvin
I
Klein?
know.
But they're sitting on my nightstand. I haven't worn them yet.
You know that I've gone back to my old stance. So I got jeans are so expensive, and I got into the world of buying like high end jeans because
I don't have like a regular sort of body. My hips, my ass, and everything else, skinny legs. But it's just I have a very difficult time finding jeans. And years ago, when I was doing the TV show, we had a great stylist on the show, and she introduced me to Diesel jeans years and years and years ago. And I used to have this relationship with Diesel where they would just like give me jeans for the show and all this stuff. But over the years, I've always just bought like Diesel jeans because they sort of just fit the best. I know my sizes in them. I can order them online, and they're always consistent,
Yeah,
right?
comfortable though.
And then they came out with jog jeans, and then I started living my life in jog jeans. But I'll tell you, man, like they're expensive. They're like you're talking like $400 plus for a pair of jeans.
Yeah,
they are very.
I know where you can get a pair for $36.
They're very expensive. And I went back to when I was younger in like the late 90s and early 2000s when you used to go to Jean Machine, you didn't have a lot of money, everything else. I was wearing only women's jeans, right? And there was one jean company, and it was a Canadian company that I loved more than anything, which was this company called Silver Jeans.
Yes, they had their own store.
They did. They had their own store. So I was pissed off over the holidays because I
The
told
happiest time of
Yeah.
year. Of course.
So I
It's
got
not surprising.
Yeah, so I got pissed off over the holidays,
Yeah.
right? Because I tore a pair of $500 jeans doing something dumb, right?
wow.
Yeah, and not big, but just like whatever. And I sat on my computer and I was like, I need to find something else. I need to find an alternative. And then so I found Silver jeans online. And I ordered a pair in my size. They came. They weren't 100% perfect, so I sent them back and ordered a different pair. Got them, put them on, fit perfectly, the most comfortable things I've ever had.
Yeah.
Then I ordered 3 more pair of the exact same ones.
Yeah.
And I got 3 pair of jeans for $320.
Oh, there you go.
Not bad, right?
There you go.
Yeah, so
Look
now
at-
I have
look at us.
4 pairs of jeans.
Wrangler and Silver jeans.
Yeah,
Look at us.
I'm back to wearing silvers again. Yeah, I haven't touched my other jeans since the new year.
New year, new you.
New year, new me. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know how my ass looks in them, but
They
you know
look
what?
great.
Thank you, Maury.
Thanks, Wrangler.
Thanks.
Thank you for all your questions that you've submitted every week. We'll post on Instagram at Kiss925, Ask Roz and Mocha, and this is where we get the questions from. Thank you for listening. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.